and I don't know if you guys agree with me, but all of these starters look good. But I've said this about literally every single starter Pokemon that is part of the base trio. One or maybe two of these will evolve into Pokemon designed by, and I will not know. I will not know until that happens. Hey everyone, doing a podcast because there are a lot of Pokemon podcasts out there. There's not any that really focus on the games as much, that aren't very news based. Although today we're all going to be talking about Pokemon Day because I'm sure we all have a lot to say. I'm Lewis, Lutu. I do archival stuff. I guess if you guys just want to go down from the right, as in like the member list, I guess, just introduce yourselves. So Ami.
Yeah, I'm Amiosi. I like Harmony.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
Yo, this is Pop. I like the dude, this is hard, bro. This is hard. I don't know how to do this.
For like 4 days.
I didn't rehearse this. I just took notes. I took a lot of notes.
Tell them what I did.
No, I like Pokemon like development, how these games function and how they function to other games in the genre.
This guy's like so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got Zeph as well.
Hi, I'm Zeph. I do a lot of. I used to do a lot of stuff. Now I mostly just do Japan Time, which is another podcast.
Yeah, everyone go.
But I like Pokemon in general.
We are going to be talking about Pokemon Day. Anything that wasn't in the presents that we want to talk about?
I can technically say champions.
Oh, we'll get champions. True. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We will get to that.
I guess you can just scrub through chronological order, talk about whatever. The first thing is the game music shit that they showed. What are we thinking about that? Are we really dropping like $900 on this? What do we think?
I think it was like 70. But that's still.
Well, fun fact, you actually can't, because at least in America, it's completely sold out.
Of course.
Which,
yeah.
Now it costs $900.
I typed this in the Discord, but the other day when it was relevant. But I think that they invented a new way to waste plastic with this.
It's not that bad.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's nice from the sounds of it. It actually like the cave audio is
that's
working.
The
you
big
can
thing.
Get the actual GB sounds.
That's the elephant in the room.
I've never actually like seen what the product is in real life, just like the normal advertising. So it's gonna be interesting to see that. But no, I don't think I have a whole lot to say on that product.
Yeah, the first time.
Yeah, it's just gonna sit on someone's shelf.
The first time that they released the Red and Green soundtrack at all without the shitty cave echo, which is kind of funny that it's through this. I don't think that they'll ever put this on NSO or Nintendo Music or whatever. No, they've done this.
Someone's gonna have to rip it from the cartridges.
From whatever they are.
I think this is definitely also, I think this is going to be the only time they do a release like this, because 45 cartridges is already a lot. GS's soundtrack is even more than 45 tracks.
Fucking have GS's soundtrack.
They also don't have it, yeah.
Yeah, no, because they've only ever re-released the fucking GB sounds, which is insane to me.
Fake bit.
Yeah. I think it's cute. I think I like the idea. A friend of mine mentioned this, but it's very cool that there's like a way for kids to listen to video game music that is not on YouTube or Spotify and is not connected to like any other dog shit. That's nice.
Yeah, you don't need any account. You just pop it in.
Yeah. But we do know that grown-ass adults are going to be using this, so.
I do, something positive I can say about it is I really do like the screenshots on the reverse side of the cartridge. I think that's cute.
Yeah,
Is it like a screenshot of where that song plays?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Cute. I think the form factor for it is just very nice as well. There's a lot of like retro, like just huge untapped market for retro kind of like portable music devices, like MP3 players, Walkman era type stuff. So I feel like they're getting in on that a little early.
And it's on the come up too. I mean, with that regard, I've looked into a lot of things with that, like modded iPods and like older cassette based like radios or whatnot. I just don't really see. I don't really know who would be using this other than like a little kid. Like and even then I don't think a little kid would be using this because they're doing something else.
It's gonna be on grown adults' shelves, which is fine, but it is very weird to think about. Where it's
a neat concept. I just
wouldn't get much out of it.
Yeah, because you'd need to carry all the cartridges around. It would just be a nightmare.
This is why I said they found a way to waste plastic. Every single one of these comes with 45 chunks of plastic. Like this.
And the funniest part is there's no Pikachu's Beach. We still do not have an official release of that song ever, because the one in the Let's Go soundtrack has fucking sound effects over it. It's
because it's not even a release of the music. It's actually just like someone playing live.
Fucking stupid. I assume nothing to say on Pokemon XP or Worlds besides the fact we're not going there.
They
Yeah.
didn't even really say what XP is still.
Yeah, we still don't really know what that is. Like, that is an anomaly of in itself.
It's
Like,
San Francisco, so I don't feel like getting shot. So I'm good.
Yes.
I'm good.
Same, I
Gotcha.
guess.
It's
no,
well,
I considered going to Worlds this year. And, I mean, it looks fun, but also it looks like it's the same as last year, because I believe last year they went to Anaheim. And they've been to California, like, every other year. So it's not like it's Internet World. Like, compared to Yokohama, which was just, like, a lot more of, like, I think a more, like, special thing for them, because it was finally going back to Japan after so long. That, like, Worlds is just probably less interesting. And I think the locale is something that, like, really needs to be paid attention for, because yeah, you can have a lot of press and key art. Like, the art itself looks really good for this
Oh,
Worlds,
yeah,
as
I
it
love
always
yeah,
does.
true.
that shit that's I think drawn by Yoshida again. Hironobu Yoshida. I don't know if he did the last one. Probably not. But it's nice to see his art style in some form that isn't like those that aren't the shitty pixel sprites from Gen 8, which are I presume by him. Ami, when you pointed that out to me, if you put like Rapidash's like Let's Go sprite next to like Glastria, it's so fucked.
Oh yeah, the like mixed size
Yeah,
pixel menu icon. Yeah,
yeah, because
it was so
so-
much better in the earlier gens where they were all the same size. It's so awkward. How like Venusaur is like huge and then Ivysaur is like normal.
I will say, just to add like a bit of like meta talking, it'll be very interesting for this podcast to like add like this stuff for you guys like on like the screen, because this is of course probably gonna be like what more so video based.
Yeah.
At least I assume that's what you want, Lewis.
I mean, if we're gonna have images on the screen, I'm staring at the art right now. Something I just now noticed is the on the left side there's a planet that looks like Camerupt that has Numel on it. I didn't notice that till right now. I really like that.
It's really cute. Wait, is there a Solrock on the other side? Because there's a
Yeah.
Lunaton on one of the sides, and it's pissing me off that I can't find Solrock.
No, there's no Solrock.
What the fuck?
But no, anyways, I guess the only thing I can say with Worlds is I
CBC
really
has
hope that-
forgotten about Solrock.
Exactly.
I really hope next year's Worlds is either East Coast or just not in America.
Yeah,
Probably not in America would be a good idea for like every single person on Earth's benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised they went with America this year.
Well, they announced them both at the same time, which I was a little shocked by last year or the year before, whenever they announced it, because it got leaked, so.
A huge thing we do know now is because Chris Brown announced it then, the actual venue is so much bigger now, which was a major issue. If you don't know, last year the fire marshal got called and kicked most of the people out of the stadium when the finals were happening.
Oh yeah,
It's
Very cool.
I heard about this.
I cannot stand. I guess we'll probably end up shitting on VGC a lot when we get to Champions, but I cannot stand that as a spectator sport, because it's not.
Yeah.
And it probably will never be unless they make some crazy changes, which we know they're not going to make, as I said, when we get to Champions.
They need to make the battles look insane, not Sword and Shield 2.
Yeah, it's that, and also like the commentary isn't bad, but it's like it's a game where you have to be in someone's head. There's a reason why when Wolf makes all those videos and he's like, "This is how I won this." It is just like a 3-hour long like recounting of his experience as a player and what he was doing in this particular situation. And I feel like commentary for that is really hard.
I mean, this is something that has existed in competitive Pokemon before it was even officially supported. Like, if you go back like 2 decades on the Smogon forums, you have people posting their, I believe they called them war stories, where they would basically go play by play through their like game. Like, this is just like how you have to be the one who was playing to give the best possible commentary.
Yeah, it's a very difficult thing, and I don't think that with the infinite wealth of money, they're gonna be able to handle that.
Yeah, I think competitive Pokemon commentary doesn't because they aren't even allowed to mention EVs and stuff. I just learned recently.
Yeah,
so it's
I also saw that.
What they say doesn't go much further beyond what like the Pokemon Stadium announcer would say.
Yeah. And
I will
then,
say
it's like
the EV thing. I don't know how much of that is they don't want them to talk about like that kind of system, or if it's because EVs are the one singular customizable thing about your Pokemon that aren't revealed to your opponent by a piece of paper beforehand.
That might be true. Although I think when that tweet was posted, like it might have just been saying the phrase EV instead of base stat or base point or whatever the fuck they use.
there's just not enough context around that tweet, I think, is the problem.
Yeah, although I wouldn't be surprised if it's true in both ways.
Yeah,
they're just barred from
I-
mentioning that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I think it is base points, by the way. I think the thing we call base stats is species strengths.
Maybe. I just know XY updated a bunch of those, and then it's all fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So
They were able to adopt shiny Pokemon from the fan base years ago, so I don't know why they can't do it there as well.
very strange.
Because their original terminology was like differently colored Pokemon or something like that.
Yeah, I get why they didn't continue to go with that.
Yeah, I get what they did
I
not
get
go
why
with
did
that.
not
And they went with the
continue to
fan
go forward
term.
with it. We got Pokemon TCG saying, hey, we're going to make more things, so that's nothing new.
That's
Like,
so interesting, by the way. They basically did not say at all what they're gonna do on the TCG like side of things. They just like,
It's
oh,
the
here's some
new-
old cards.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be like the new rule box Pokemon because they showed like all the like historic, like they showed EX, they showed Tag Team, they showed EX Capital, they showed GX,
So
etc.
But they didn't even like show like what it is. Just
Yeah, no,
Mewtwo.
it's just we are getting a new rule box card.
yeah, the TCG is fucking evil. I just don't want it
Announcement
to-
of an announcement.
which is going to be like nothing, realistically. for
All
me.
right, do we get something optimistic? Fuck, dude. I feel like it's got off to a bad start.
We're gonna
immediately.
get to the optimism in droves.
Yeah, don't
At-
worry. Like,
yeah,
I have
don't
things-
worry.
It's
If you haven't already tuned out.
yeah. I mean, like Pokemon Go, you can catch like everything in the wild now besides like Necrozma for like 3 days, which is really fun. You can get like level 1 Deoxys. Red is in Masters, and he kind of looks correct, but not really. He's like green tinted for some reason.
I think it's good.
I think-
It's
I think
cool.
he
It's
looks
very cool. It's very cool.
Really
Yeah.
good for the most part. Most of it is like kind of minor.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they did because we can talk about this. If people watching haven't seen it, you can put it on the screen. The leak
Right.
of the original like retro red that they were toying around with like years and years ago.
Oh fuck, dude! I need to find that, but I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I have it, so I can send it your way. But this looks like so leagues and leagues and leagues better. So
Yeah, I
I'm
think
really
that-
happy with how he
you
turned
post
out.
that post that in there because I also need to see this.
I think
Yeah, let me see if I can
that
find it.
like leaked sheet was more about when messages were being developed. How do we like have all of these guys together as like a part of a
Yeah, because it was
consistent
comparing him to Fire Red and also Hilbert, I think.
They also, I think that's the sheet where they also use the red, like the fire red art from Google, which has like the CMYK pens, which is really
Ah.
fun. He's just like glowing blue.
Oh yeah, he is colored weird in that.
Let me see it. I cannot find this in my files. Let me see if I can find it on Google.
We
so I
can,
can
you can
post it.
post it at some point. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
but
I'll
Cafe
send it
Mix
to you later.
There's nothing to say because that's a fake money laundering scheme. There's new artwork.
Yeah,
for
I've
it, though.
never played
It's
it.
very cute.
Look, maybe there'll be another like 3 new seconds of Tsukasa Tawada music like grafted onto something ripped from XD, but whatever.
It is crazy. Well, to be fair, he did do that new arrangement of Mirror B's theme from Colo,
Yeah,
which is very cute.
Oh yeah, the 30th.
And then
yeah.
Sleep, I guess, if you give a shit that Mew's in the game.
I do.
I used to
actually.
play Sleep,
I
I
have
fell
something
off of
positive
it.
to say here. I've never played Sleep in my life, and I don't plan on it. But the remix of Faraway Island they
Oh.
use in this part is very, very nice.
Oh, nice. I'll have to.
yeah. I
It's
think
probably-
Sleep has some good music.
Oh, the music is
Like,
fantastic.
it's insane. That's like the best part about
Darkrai
Pokemon.
movie music they used like a year ago.
Yeah, it's
that
very
was good.
cute.
Dude, the Raikou theme. Ooh.
3 or so months, and he cooks, and it's nice. Like you listen to the Canalave City arrangement that he did on that, and you compare it to his on BDSP, and it's like holy fuck, like complete
Here, Pop. Here's the
night and day.
red image.
Red
Oh,
image.
shit.
Instagram
Oh,
link
yeah,
because I
that's
couldn't
it.
copy
Yeah.
it.
While you guys are looking at that,
Oh yeah, he looks awful. That's crazy.
Yeah.
yeah,
fuck.
fucking Pokemon Unite.
They just made him really saturated.
Yeah. Unite, they're adding Articuno's Zapdos Moltres and then the Johto starters. I don't know much about this game anymore, but they have just killed it, like straight up.
I don't know anything about the gameplay, but my friends who do play it were saying something. I don't know if anyone can like elaborate on this more, but something about how like the licenses for the characters now they don't have like multiple branching paths you can go down.
Yeah, it's
like
just
the
one
same...
moveset.
Yeah, it's yeah.
'Cause,
That sounds
So, like,
terrible.
There'll never be like another site there, basically.
Yeah. I can't really speak on it because again, this is actually something that we all kind of don't have that aren't in the weeds about, even though it's Pokemon related.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to see like more what's to come with that game in the near future, and get some updates on it, like at least from people, and also probably tap into it more myself.
It's Unite is really fucked because it's really fun. I think a lot of people get scared of the term MOBA because they've only seen shitposts about League of Legends. Which is
The Chinese version looks so cool, and then we're stuck.
Yeah, the fucking the 3D like hub world that they've had over there for 2 years that they're just not putting in the Western release. I have no idea why.
They have a mode that's like actually competitive, and it's not this weird point system where you can't see the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's just a completely different game, and I have no idea why, and I don't think it benefits literally anyone for them to keep doing this. Like, it has to be some kind of exclusivity deal with the CCP or something. Because, like, why else?
It's so much better.
I did unfortunately install that game late last year to get the Harmony outfit and make a GIF of her spinning.
And the character designs and models in that game are really nice.
Yeah, the only thing I looked through after getting that outfit was the other outfits, and while they're all like $300 each, they're all really nice, and whoever is putting in the effort on those, put them on something else. Thank you.
No, I mean the game looks good. It's just
the monetization is like extremely predatory. This has been talked to death.
Like, the core gameplay is so fun and so solid. I think it's one of those games that really respects your time because you don't get the 50-minute League of Legends games. But it's just like the Unite license thing where it's like, oh, you can choose your like level up moveset. Like, that feels so Pokemon, and it's probably grafted from some other fucking game that's just another made by Timmy or whatever. But like, that being removed is like, you've just like, why would you do that?
It's significantly less Pokemon now.
Yeah.
And it can't cost that much more money to make another move where a Pokemon like dashes forward and then fire appears or something.
Just suddenly
like,
now remembering how Mewtwo didn't have custom moves in Smash 4.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think that was all the DLC.
That game is fucking clown video game. Well, it's not that they don't make the moves, it's that you have to just choose one path of moves at Champion Select.
Oh.
So they have all the moves in the game. You just don't get the option to like adapt on the fly, which is the point of the game. I don't know.
Dude, I'm imagining like you play League and you can't you have to level up your Q, W, and E in a specific order. Like,
yeah, just fucking ridiculous. TCG Pocket, Paldea is here or something. I know they're reusing card art from the TCG for like full arts.
Yeah, they've been reusing.
That didn't take long at all.
Yeah.
They've been reusing card art since the very first set, but they've restricted it to like commons, uncommons, maybe a few rares, but none of like the full arts or like the
Yeah, isn't that like Goldengo an actual card?
Yes. Yeah. There's a few of them. There's a Meowscarada, there's a Tandem Mouse or Mousehold. I don't know the difference.
Yeah, just
the only cards that are exempt from reused art are the immersives, which I can kind of get it, but also on the other hand, I don't. There's no reason to pull anymore.
I promise there's going to be at some point immersive art of the original base set starter Pokemon. There's going to be.
50th
They're just going to do it.
That game's still going.
Yeah.
This game isn't going to make it out of this decade.
Yeah, this game is like, every single time they've talked about this game internally and like done press releases on it, they've talked about how awful the monetization has been and how they're just not making any money on this game and how all the player base has fallen off.
I am looking, like, scrubbing through the presents. I do really like they showed the immersive Arven. I like this art a lot. I'm trying to say positive things here, even about stuff I kind of don't care about or I think they're bad. The game still has a lot of talented artists on it, even though they're reusing artwork.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I don't think any creative person is at fault here besides anybody that works on the TCG, and then they should be ashamed of themselves because the template is so obvious to me. It's crazy that a game like Duel Links has existed for a decade and only got unplayable around the 5-year mark. Like, they were very, very, very
yeah, that game was crazy good for the start.
Yeah, they were very conscious about like just slowly adding shit, and then it's like, oh, you add all of the cards from like GX or 5Ds. It's like,
I think it took like 2 years for them to get to GX.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
comparing to Yu-Gi-Oh, they didn't mention this game at all in the presents, and I mean, why would they? But if we're already comparing Pocket to Duel Links, then TCG Live is a complete joke compared to Master Duel.
Yeah, didn't they revamp it?
Yeah,
Yes,
they
they
did.
did. I
don't even
They
know.
revamped it.
I-
They removed trading, and then they turned every playable character into. And I just have no idea
Cool.
why. Like that's what I thought the TCG announcement was initially when we were just watching it in real time. I was like, oh shit, this is like a new client or like something like that. Because they only showed
We
like
just got a new
meta-relevant-
client.
They only showed like meta relevant cards though. So I was like, what the? It's so odd.
I also just don't know why, like, I don't know why there's never been a real push for it. I mean, like, why hasn't it been thrown on, like, Steam or whatnot? Like, I get that, like, they don't want to, like, a profit margins, like, cut by, like, putting it on, like, a big app store. It's just, like, nobody knows. They don't even promote it themselves. I
mean-
don't understand.
Neither Live nor TCGO, neither of these have ever been released in Japan. Like I'm pretty sure Pocket is the only TCG game they've gotten over there in recent years.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So-
besides the one that they got exclusively, which
For the
Well,
DS.
that was also like 26 years ago. So
no, they got
This is like
DS.
kind of irrelevant.
Yeah,
but
but I say there was a
I
House of
struggle
Play
with-
DS, the most forgotten game.
I wanted Pocket since it was gonna have such a restrictive format. I wanted it to just rip off Duel Links entirely, where you play as gym leaders, and they would have like their abilities, so you don't have to use the gym leader cards. But
True. I did
No.
like Pocket's early meta. It was very fun.
Yeah,
It
'cause
kind
you
of
loved
reminded me.
Articuno, that's why you liked it.
Oh.
I still
I'm
use
not-
it. Well, I use mostly Palkia now, but
Yeah, that game
I
is
throw out
just
Misty.
yeah. You
the
do 2 million
removal
points.
of prize cards was the thing that sold me because I really do not like the idea of prize cards.
Yeah, I think having like an actual point system, like trimming a lot of the fat from the TCG, is generally a good thing. And again, this is what Duel Links does. The problem is there's no like aesthetic to it, and I think that's bothersome. Like,
They also sorry.
no, I was gonna say like the easiest thing for me, if you were to put me in charge of that project, would be making a not like a genuine sequel to the TCGGB games, but like making some kind of like at least single player content that is not just there is a new event and you can do like 20 NPC battles to get 1 card, which is what they have now.
You load up against the NPC and it's a grayscale picture of a Pokeball and says opponent. Like they couldn't even like put like a guy there to like a character.
No,
Yeah.
all of the artists were too busy tracing to do that.
My God.
Yeah. No, but moving forward, we
Right.
have a more interesting topic.
Yeah, now we get
Oh
Pokemon
yeah,
XD
this is where you
on-
get me to talk a lot.
on Switch Online. Yeah, they're putting Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness on Nintendo Switch Online, which is a terrible decision for a lot of reasons. But more strangely, they're putting it on before Colosseum. So
Yeah.
got announced a year ago. Both of them got announced a year ago. It's not like Colosseum wasn't coming. We know it's at some point.
XD is still at some point. It's this month, but we don't know when.
Yeah, I just
Shadow dropped.
Yeah, no, I thought they were gonna do
A
the
shadow
thing.
dropped. I get it, dude. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
I thought they were gonna do
Yeah.
that joke in the direct, but they didn't. So what's the deal? Why is it just Shadow Lugia hype moments and aura? Is that really it?
It's the recognizable mon. They know they can sell because remember this is on expansion pass, not the regular tier. So you do have to pay extra. So they know that this is the big guy that everyone knows, and it
but it's
will
like you can't even
absolutely
transfer
sell.
it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they see the cool thing that everyone has been telling them about on YouTube Shorts, so they want to play it.
Yeah. That's all this
I think
is.
it also it has since it has the stronger lineup of Pokemon available to you. They might want to release it for I don't know, because Colosseum infamously is just the missing
I
Johto
think it's better
guys.
for it. Hot
and some
take, I think it's
friends.
better for it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and then XD has like Hoenn Mons, Johto Mons, Kanto Mons, a lot of Kanto
Yeah.
Mons.
A lot of Kanto mons, and a lot of them are in the back half of the game actually.
Yeah, at the very end of the game, I think you get Starmie and Snorlax.
Pokemon in general are on Citadark.
Yeah,
Is it more or less dog shit than Colo? Probably more dog shit, I would say.
More.
Yeah.
I am the biggest Ori head in the world. Well, that's not true. In this call, at the very least. And I love both these games, but XD has its flaws, and I would
The
really
Colosseum-
prefer they don't release it first.
Yeah, because
It's
it's,
also
a
just
sequel.
weird.
Sequel game.
It's
It
a
is meant
sequel.
to
Yeah, yeah.
show events that took place, like characters and locations changing after 5 years have gone by. That's going to be lost on players. The introduction of new, like deeper mechanics on top of the existing Shadow Pokemon mechanics from Colosseum, that's also going to be like lost on people. In fact, when they go backwards, they're going to be like, "Where's the sauce?" Right? Like, It's just a baffling decision from almost every direction to release.
Well,
it.
it's weird because Colosseum has all the sauce, and then it goes forward and loses it.
Oh yeah, well I meant mechanics wise, but
Yeah, it's so funny. I cannot wait for people to already not really vibe with this game, and then they're going to go back to Colo, and they're gonna be like, I only have Shadow Rush. It is really fucking strong, but they're gonna be so. I think they just hate Colo. Like that has.
Colo
to be
is so. Both of these games are designed in a way that is like appeals more to a just like a fan of RPGs in general than Pokemon fans in particular.
Yeah.
Especially now that a lot of Pokemon fans are like exclusively Pokemon and not in other JRPGs.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we talk about FRLG.
They got an interesting shtick that they went like. I mean, this came out the same time as like Shadow the Hedgehog on the GameCube. Like this was a very interesting time, and having Genius Sonority make this game the way it is.
Very clear to add to that. I just want to say like it's very clear that they want to. They wanted to go with like I hate the term like more hardcore audience, older audience with these games, but XD is so funny because that as a sequel, you've just got like Jovi talking in your ear the whole time you're playing as fucking Michael instead of Wes. It's like
Didn't the Colosseum team weren't they a little more unfamiliar with Pokemon as well?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
That was the idea, though. They wanted to have a team that not only was like not as acquainted with the brand, that also wanted to do something wildly different with the brand. Like it was calculated. It wasn't just like we're gonna get these guys who don't know anything to make a game. Like it was definitely like no, let's get these guys who have like fresh ideas to do something crazy. I think it paid off in a lot of areas, but in a lot of other areas it's pretty rough around the edges. It's not a game for everybody, but it's going to be a game for nobody with this release scheduling.
Yeah.
I like Colosseum. There's some people in here don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I think I think that game has some really interesting things, and dude, I don't want to say that maybe like the first 5 minutes of that game might not like make them want to re-release it first, but it is funny that Wes does commit acts of terrorism within the first 30 seconds.
He does, yeah.
He's so like effortlessly cool.
Is it terrorism if it's against terrorists?
Yes.
They're not terrorists. They're just
okay. They're
thieves.
not terrorists. They're just.
Hey, Team Snag'em, they're kind of.
Look, if it was Cypher, you would have an argument for them being terrorists. But Team Snag'em is just.
Yeah, they just steal. Okay.
They just steal
totally
stuff.
Okay.
I guess they're just gangsters.
The reason I said it like that is because of the line that takes place like maybe 20 minutes later, where Trudley and Folly say, "We're not burglars. We're kidnappers," or something like that. Well, actually insane writing.
It's totally okay. I just don't understand it. It's such a baffling decision. There's stuff in this game that you literally cannot really access because there's no transfer. Very.
Oh yes.
Weird.
Or Colosseum, the post game like battle facility, like stand-in. I did an air quote. You can't see it. It's been done. It is possible, but I think for most people, Ore Colosseum is simply impossible without transfer.
Yeah, I did.
The very first opponent is extremely difficult with any Pokemon that you actually were given in game.
2 years ago, I did a 100% run of Colosseum, and I did everything, and I ended up transferring Mons from Gen 3 because it was too much in the post game.
Oh, no, I'm talking specifically XD. I think Colosseum is mostly manageable.
Yeah.
I was getting Paris trapped with Bright Powder. I had enough.
Yeah, Mount Battle can be difficult in the very upper levels if you're not like super experienced. But XD is like a whole nother beast. I can't even begin to describe it. We'd be here for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's
well, XD
Ore Colosseum is genuinely insane.
It does give you the combo of you don't even need to transfer for them. It gives you the combo of Snorlax, Starmie, Zapdos.
True,
which is kind of nice.
That's not gonna cut it in double battles versus like.
Yeah, you don't get a Metagross in this one, right?
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, Metagross made Colosseum
you get
very
Salamence,
easy.
I guess.
It's just so bizarre because it's like we've seen this with Stadium on NSO, which is another dog shit re-release where it's like you get to use the funny rentals and that's it. No post game to Gen 1 or Gen 2. It's just mini games and it's like this is a game that you could feasibly kind of get away with not doing transfer to that degree, right? Like you don't miss out on as much as you would percentage wise with Stadium, but holy fuck, like no transfer between Colo and Gale as well because they're on the same service. They could have done something like that.
See,
Yeah.
this is what I have a question about home. I don't know how it works exactly. Okay, so what I assume home does is it just scans your your system for all Pokemon save data.
Yeah.
Yes.
Couldn't it also just check for Colosseum and XD save data on NSO
I have no
and
idea.
load it?
'Cause
The issue
that's
is
weird.
NSO has
cloud.
save states and rewind and such.
Oh yeah, that's right. They hate that.
Yeah, and I don't think they're actually going to be removing that for Colosseum and XD the way they did for Red, Green, Blue, Yellow on 3DS Virtual Console, and Fire
Yeah,
and Leaf Green that just released don't
you're probably
have that
right.
at all. So I do want to post this set for the type of like insane shit they were developing in the labs at Genius Sonority.
Oh, this is the Choice Bandit Explosion fucking Thunderbolt Electrode.
Yeah, and the Imprison Earthquake Protect Dusclops and like everybody else explode. Like this is just like
Hold
insane,
on.
dude. Like
Let me get my favorite.
Bright Powder, Lax Incense, Quick Claw, like this is all just like evil sets. You are not beating this with like your Yanma, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to like about Colosseum as well when it comes to its soundtrack. XD's is
This is the freak I was talking about.
the fucking
Dude.
Bright Powder Protect Me and Look Paris song.
I don't know what this guy's problem is. There's something wrong with him. Why he has Lax Incense Double Team Breloom. Please.
My name is Red.
He needs to hit you with Focus Punch.
Dude, I love the
Please.
fucking Paris song dive, like Protect Toxic. It's so vile.
It's
Oh my dude, I swear I made it is set similar to this on Polytoad like a couple years ago on Showdown, dude.
Yeah,
it was
I
gross.
remember we were talking about putting Whirlpool on it.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
might be
Yep.
the only time you see pain split in the game as well, other than using Shadow Mischievous.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And the focus band as well. If that pops, I just turn the game off.
Like these
Yeah.
are both Colosseum. Now imagine these things, but worse in XD. Like it's worse somehow.
I just don't get why the music is like this because the choice to do this with the music in mind is like this. Colo's music is way better in XD, like the samples are higher quality. So if you play Colosseum afterwards, you're like, why does most of the music sound like shit now? And then if you
Yeah.
go to, it's also just the music overall, like the new music in XD are like 20-second loops, and they're just
Yeah.
way like. I haven't listened to all of Troze or Cafe Mix, but I would say it's probably Tawada's like weakest soundtrack by far.
I think honestly, somehow Troze and XD are on par with one another, and that's very funny considering one of them is a DS puzzle game.
Yeah,
They're both 20-second loops. They both have good ideas behind the compositions, but they're just so limited by the length. And I think it might have to do with XD having streamed audio instead of MIDI, like Colo did, and that's why they're so short. But I don't know.
They couldn't fit it on the shitty little mini disc, bro.
Oh my god! We don't need to do
The
this.
shitty fucking I think that's all we need to say before we just shit on XD anymore. It's just really baffling to be like, why would they do
I love this game, but I hate this game at the same time. Please release Colosseum first, man.
Yeah, the saddest thing is that not only are people not going to be able to experience this in the way that it was intended, which we will get to with the next game, but also it's just like this is a super tourist game to begin with. Like everybody is like, wow, Colosseum and XD, all the animations are so good, blah blah blah. And this came up around the time Sword and Shield came out, was releasing, and most of these people have not even played this game, so they're finally gonna get the chance to play it if they fork over like $1 million a month, and then they do. And it sucks, or they're just not gonna have a good time with it in this form. And it's like,
and even if they do, then they're gonna get to the game that's actually the better of the two, but they're gonna have been like poisoned, to so to speak, by XD by playing that first.
It does feel like very literally like imagine they put Black and White 2 up before Black and White.
Yeah, because that's the same thing. It's a literal sequel with like a story that continues from the last. I don't know. I don't get it.
They're gonna see like Evice, and then it's like, damn, well this already happened with Greevil, and it's like, well, that's not how it's supposed to be.
Evice is so like well executed. Like if you missed like one or two tells, you actually do get blindsided. With Greevil, it's like, oh my god, bruh.
Greevil is like modern Pokemon villain twist.
It does feel like it. He's like so obviously like visually evil.
The big twist with XD is the brothers.
I think they're the best characters in the game, but
Probably.
I do
Yeah.
like Gorgon for going like total monkey mode. He's very funny. I like Snaddle for he does the
Yeah, why are
fucking-
XD
the Jeb
NPCs?
image.
Why are they so ugly?
I don't know.
True.
Why are they all
The XD
so
character
freaky
designs are
looking?
the models are higher fidelity, but I think Hollow looks better.
Yeah, they all look freaky.
Dude, I knew we were gonna be on the Ori subject for so long because of me.
No,
We gotta
Yes.
we gotta move to Kanto
Ori is
now.
cool.
Pokemon Fire and Leaf Green on Nintendo Switch.
I've been playing it.
Yeah, how is it?
Well, what did you think?
It's Fire and Leaf Green again.
Yep.
I will say I do like seeing people live tweeting it like this is 2004.
It's very cute.
Yeah, it's fun.
The main issue is that it is $20. It sucks because this discussion has been beaten into fucking vapor by people that are way stupider than us and way more angry about it for some reason. That own a PlayStation 5 and only a PlayStation 5. This is hard to talk about. I mean, what do we want to? We can at least address like the changes that they did. So it's just a straight port of FRLG. Besides, they fixed the raw glitch with Raikou and Entei, which is nice, I guess. So
Oh,
they don't
about
just
that.
disappear. Oh no.
Not to divert in like too much. Them patching that actually exposed a new bug that was completely unknown in Generation 3.
Oh, the draw bug.
The what?
So if you like click explosion.
Oh,
On a
that's what
roller.
you mean. That's what
Yeah,
you mean. Yeah.
So
You can get the roamer to have 0 HP.
yeah,
Like
when
we
it
didn't know
spawns.
this could happen, and
Also-
they bug fixed that as well. But I think it's very funny they fixed that.
I mean, the game.
Not the
game is-
IV bug though. You will have like 31700000.
Yeah, I mean, the game is 8x res because it's on a bigger screen. So
Imagine they had like a
Yes.
smoothing filter. Oh my god.
Oh,
you couldn't turn it
Well,
on.
speaking
no.
of filters,
They added a name filter for some reason. Like I
Yeah.
kind of get it for the Pokemon. Not really though, because like if you were to transfer something up through home, why not have home do that? Granted, we always know that home can't do anything because it's fucking worthless. But like
I believe Bank to Home had like because the 3DS and Switch have different filters, word filters. I believe Bank to Home does like revert your Pokemon's nickname if the new filter catches it. So I don't particularly get it.
I mean, the most bizarre thing is that it's like that on NPCs, on the player and the rival. Like, why would they do that? That's not getting transferred up to a new game.
One of the ones that's censored is the shortening for the name Richard.
Yeah.
That is a real name, but you can't type that in.
Yeah, no. It's just really, really funny because you type in like a censored name and it's like, oh, your name is Gary, right? It's like, no, man.
Dude, it defaults when it defaults to for the player character. There's like a list of like 16 names in Fire and Leaf Green. It'll pull some weird stuff like Kaz and Toru or like Marty. Marty's not one of them, but it's like just random like white guy names.
I don't know what they were doing with that name change. Is that everything? Oh no, they have the Deoxys Lugia-Ho-Oh.
That's
tickets.
the big one that sells a lot of people on it. It's like Crystal on 3DS VC,
Mhm.
yeah,
where you
Yeah.
are enabling an event that is no longer available. So
Now-
that is a good thing, I suppose. Deoxys was already obtainable as like a permanent mythical, but it's clear back in ORAS, so it's nice to have it a little more accessible to people.
Yeah, I want some clarification, because specifically about that event. So when they did Celebi for Crystal, you got like the GS ball and all that from like an NPC, right?
Yeah, it was like a whole event.
Yeah. I don't know. I just find it interesting. Out of any way they could have done it, like I don't really care about this in particular, but the fact that you just get it in your bag after you beat the game,
No, I
one
said the
tells you
same
anything.
thing.
It's really
you
They
don't
said it was
even get
weird.
it from.
It should have been given to you like by every other mystery gift by like a dude in a
Yeah,
mart.
the green guy on the second floor of the Pokemon Center next to Tila.
Yeah.
just
Or is he blue
really
in? I don't remember.
Strange. Like one thing that because I didn't think that was gonna happen because they didn't reveal it prior to the announcement, whereas they did with Crystal. In fact, it was the one thing they revealed with Crystal in the trailer.
Yeah.
They show Celebi's like GS Sugimori out, and it's like, hey, you can Celebi is in this one. That was not in the Japanese Virtual Console version. I'm pretty sure.
Part of me wonders if the reason they did that is because they had already released GS beforehand, and they're like, no one's gonna buy Crystal. How do we sell this?
Well, that's why they did it. But like, I mean, we know there's like this one fucking video on the Game Freaks channel where they talk about how I think Ichinose is and they just talk about like Pokemon development, and then they ask like, why did we put the shrine there in GS? Because Celebi is there in Crystal, but why did we put it there in GS? They don't remember. They just don't remember why the shrine is there.
That's so funny, man.
Great.
And so, yeah, Crystal is a really interesting time because that was, of course, developed around the mobile system GB. It's why that game exists at all, and we didn't get any of that shit over here. So for them to put Celebi in this version makes a lot of sense, but the Japanese version didn't get that or all of their mobile system GB stuff. The reason for that, I'm fairly certain, because I tweeted at Hitomi Sato when the Virtual Console stuff went down for the 3DS, because she was posting about it, and I was like, oh, like, what did you work on Crystal? Because that was the first game that she contributed to, and it wasn't for music. She didn't tell Game Freak that she made music at that point. She was like, yeah, I like came up with the idea of a female player character, and I also did some of the mobile system GB like events, but she doesn't remember what they are. And like there's no like documentation in the Terra League to my knowledge about any of those events, even though there's a decent chunk of stuff on Crystal in like Have Some Fun. So they don't remember any of that shit really. And that's why that was.
And I think most of it is probably lost as well.
Oh yeah. No, like it is quote unquote lost media. Like people because like who the fuck was recording them playing Pokemon Crystal in Japan at the time that was already using this feature? Like fucking nobody. Just like a ridiculous thing.
You gotta pay for your minutes, buddy.
I mean, a lot of the it's similar to the Super Famicom Satellaview stuff, where that stuff was all like broadcast, and it's most of it has been lost, except for stuff that people happen to never ever write anything to that cartridge again, etc., etc. So I feel like it's a similar case. The stuff that was broadcasted via the mobile system GB is just kind of like gone.
Yeah. Which is why I get why they didn't put that in. However, I know they have all the fucking documentation for the e-reader. I know they know how Alter and Cave was supposed to work. Why didn't they put those in this port?
Yeah, I don't get it either.
To segue, like, they had online shit back in Crystal, and they didn't port that over. But we did get some online shit for this game. Not in any sense of like, online local, it's just local wireless, which is, I'm fine. That's how the original game was. We're supposed to get home at some point, which seems to be the case for every single Pokemon game.
We don't even have it for ZA yet, man.
ZA hasn't come out. The telemetry that they did add was pretty interesting.
It's so funny that they injected that fucking like Nintendo spyware into a 2000. It's built into the emulator, which also checks for Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. So those are getting released next year, right? Like we're all in agreement. 25th anniversary.
Probably, yeah.
The telemetry is fine. I mean, I can guarantee you every single Pokemon game since, honestly, they might have even been doing this back in Gen 6 and 7.
No, not 3DS. It was Let's Go, I think, was the first time.
Well, every Switch game does it. Breath of the Wild has this.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild like
Switch
tells you where
you
died and stuff like that.
Yeah. And immediately, like, the first like use case people were talking about is, oh, well, it's probably going to be for icons on NSO. And it's like, yes, I agree. That's absolutely probably one of the biggest use cases for this. But also, it takes a lot more of information than just like, oh, how many minutes you're playing or like what you did in the game. It's everything. It's like how many footsteps, what Pokemon are in your party. And again, they definitely have done this for all the other Switch games. It's just, I don't know, a very interesting priority to say the least.
There is something really funny.
That when there's no online multiplayer is fucking vile. Like, I don't know why it doesn't have online. The amount of like community come together that would have happened as a result of like online trading. Or, like, imagine you just hop in the Union Room, and everyone who is currently online on your friends list is in the Union Room. Because what, the cap is like 32?
It's either 16 or 32, I don't remember.
Yeah. Because they were, like, we scanned a recent FRLG interview, and it's very telling about how that game was made for, like, very, very, like, little babies or, like, 70-year-old grandpas. Like, they go on and on about it for, like, a whole page. About how this is, like, the easiest game. Like, the L and R buttons, bringing up the tutorial, were placed there because they wanted it to be accidental for people that did not know how to play video games. It was literally made for Sugimori and Masuda's like dad, who could not get out of the house in Red and Green. That is so fascinating because they were so like gung-ho about the wireless adapter and how big of a deal it was and how Nintendo like offered to bundle it in with the game. It's just like all of this feels kind of lost when I need to be next to somebody playing it in current year.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like I'm tethered down by the link cable again, which was exactly what the game was meant to to alleviate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, I get it. You know, you don't have to add online to an old ROM, but at the same time, a lot of stuff is just lost because we're not using like some form of link cable. Like again, these games cannot connect to Colo or XD because they are going to be on NSO. God,
They could have put that functionality
the
in
entire
the emulator for sure.
it also really heavily affects Fire Red and Leaf Green as a game in general because the entire post game is getting interconnectivity with other games. Now, don't get me wrong. I guarantee you there's going to be flags in place to where after you get the shit set up in the Sevi Islands to have international trade with RSE, when RSE does eventually come out, I just don't know why there's nothing different. Like, I don't know why if you finish the Sevi Islands now, you get nothing.
Yeah. You get Cilio being like, this is the greatest thing ever to happen. Like, he literally says, like, I'm going to cry, and then nothing happens.
Oh, I would also cry, too, if I found out my invention doesn't do anything.
I would also cry if I had to go through the Sevi Islands.
I mean, your reward is Mewtwo is finally unlocked for you to go catch after all of that.
Yeah, because
That's a problem with the original game, though.
Yeah, they just threw him behind that shit arbitrarily. Probably the biggest thing for me, and the reason why I won't be buying it, because I do like that they're fixing bugs. I do like the Deoxys stuff, even though that is kind of expected with the Celebi thing. Like, I saw a lot of people get really angry at me saying, like, oh, you know, fuck you, of course they were going to put it in, and it's like, this is still, like, bare minimum for, like, that $10 ROM that they released a decade ago, right? Like
20.
Yeah, no, it's 20 now.
Also, the
Console
colors are
games
wrong?
True.
Yeah, the colors are wrong still. Like,
Yeah,
it's just like I just don't see any way that this is like a good way to play it.
The
There are
GIF
just
will
so
be
many
on
different
screen.
avenues.
I think the thing that we all definitely agree on is like it's nice that these games are accessible.
Absolutely.
In some way, but not having any color filter is really, really bad because most people, like I made my post about the colors, and most people were like, I didn't know the game looked like this. And it's like, I'm not expecting 300 million, thousand, whatever people that saw my post to be like, oh, I never grew up playing this game. But it's really telling that this game was so clearly made for the original GBA screen when you play with those colors. And I just don't, I like, the thing that pisses me off about it is that Nintendo Switch Online has a GBA like filter for the colors.
Not only that, but it's customized per game.
Why was that not an option? You have two buttons to map that to. You can just make it a toggle. That's why I'm not bothering with it.
Halo CE toggle, but it's the colors.
Halo CE toggle, but it changes it to like red and green graphics. Fuck
dude, if we lived in the good timeline.
That'd be so fucking stupid.
That'd literally be fucking impossible, but fuck.
Do we want to talk about FRLG as a game, or?
No, I think that can be saved for like another time.
I said everything I wanted to say about that game in 2004 when I played it, so.
Yeah, why does Sevi look like that is the only thing I need to add to that.
Shigeru
Speed
Omori.
GIF. Yeah, no. So,
Speed GIF.
I like that you have that favorited. For some reason, there was like a Wii U virtual or like a Wii U ad in the middle of the presentation for Pokemon Champions. I don't know why they framed it like that. Really, really bizarre. No, I do know why. I think they just didn't want to show us gameplay. They really, really were scared.
It's still so funny. Like, as we've been moving through this, I've been like scrubbing like through the video. I've said this like 3 times. Right before we get to the Champions thing, they lead into it by showing the Champions logo like on screen for like the home transfer graphic. They show Legends ZA there, and it's like that's not out, and you haven't said when it's coming out. It's very funny that we were all totally banking on that being released for the 30th anniversary.
I think like everybody saw like a ZA home shadow drop on like in February. Like it's
I don't even know when we're gonna get it now.
It's not a big deal for me. However, I do not know why you would make a DLC for a game where you add a bunch of new Pokemon, not add any new PC boxes, but also don't add home support. That's never ever happened before this. All the previous DLCs had home support day one. So my shit is just like full. And it's
still so funny to me that BDSP has the biggest box size in the entire series.
Yeah, I don't know what like witchcraft that game had, but it's just like
960 capacity in a game is like ZA where there's a lot of Pokemon and you catch a lot of Pokemon is I don't know why it's
not good. But
that being said, BDSP's 1200 would not help that much more.
Not really. I I don't know. You could at least fit like an alpha dex in there. That's what I'm trying to struggle with. But I can't even play the fucking game anymore. So
I got the base game Alpha Dex done, but I gave up on the whatchamacallit, the DLC.
So what do we think of the champions that you can barely see in the?
I'd rather talk more about the stuff that they didn't reveal.
Well,
Like,
we can talk about the website after. I'm just like scrubbing through the trailer to try and see if there's anything to talk about. I did just hold on, I'll screenshot this. There's like a frame of a guy staring directly at the camera, and he's holding up he's like holding up the summary screen, and I haven't even noticed it until this.
Dude, what?
Yeah, until this exact thing. Why the fuck is Sarina and then Quillfish between Chestnut? What dex is that?
Wait, Quillfish? No, the Leafeon's in the bottom right.
Oh my god, it is.
Chestnut's
What
between
the fuck?
Leafeon and Sarina.
I thought it was fucking Quillfish.
it must be like sorting like grass types by a certain stat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
probably
I'm looking at it. What in the world are those numbers next to like HP 32, attack 32, defense 6? Like what is
Are
this?
those not IVs? Oh, EVs?
No, IVs only go up to 31 unless we're counting
I mean,
0 as 1 and
I mean, who fucking knows at this point? But no, those are definitely EVs, right?
Yeah, they
no, because those go up to 250, 252, but they're giving us 4, so like,
Yeah,
what,
but the
256
bar,
now?
but the bar looks full, so I don't know what the fuck that means either. Yeah, wait.
Well, there's one at the bottom that has a bar, but it's only at 2, and there's other ones with higher numbers that don't have a bar at all. I don't know what this is
have
for.
they squished,
Also-
have they squished like the EVs down to the amount of like points that are added by them?
Wait, I just realized it doesn't even say nature. It says stat alignment adamant.
I'd be very appalled if you could only give like instead of 4 EVs at a time, you'd have to give 8 because if it's in a line of 32 like that.
I don't think so. I think you can. No, those have to be like the amount of points that the stat gains.
I genuinely don't know what this is. I did not look at this trailer closely because I'm so uninvested in Champions. But like looking at this now, I'm like genuinely, what the heck?
Also, I don't know why it's laid out this way. I mean, I do because it's a mobile game. What do we think about this game visually? Let's segue into that.
Jamie, can you
I-
It
put
looks
the,
better than
alright,
last time,
alright.
but it still
Yeah,
doesn't look
I
good.
will say this
Yeah.
game looks a hell of a lot better than it did last time they showed it.
Yeah.
That being said, though, I still think there's a lot of interesting attributes to it.
Well, wait, hold on, because I don't think it looks that much better. I think they improved the reflections on the floor, which everybody told me when I complained about this was just not possible because it was a mobile game. So
It looked like Pokemon models were different too.
Yeah.
I'll have to go through and check some of them. Were there any that you remember in particular?
Hydreigon specifically.
Is that in the trailer or in the website?
I don't know why. I don't remember any. For some reason, I
Wasn't it
remember
the last trailer as well?
it was like a comparison of Hydreigon.
I do think this game is giga hindered by the fact that it is coming to base Switch.
I'm sorry, I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
This game could be coming to GameCube and it would look the same, man.
Yeah, well, not even, because it's just like, you look at Colosseum and Battle Revolution and Stadium, and it's like, this game has a smaller scope, given that there's been no real single-player content reveal for this game, and I doubt there will be much, besides just straight battles. I think that it might have a smaller fucking scope than, like, Stadium GS, which is a little scary to think about. But, like,
Well, there is stuff. Do we want to talk about the stuff they posted to Twitter that wasn't in the trailer at all, like the new character designs and such?
We'll get to Twitter and Japanese website after. I just want to look at the trailer right now and talk generally. But it's just a really, like, ugly-looking game. I don't know why it looks like this. There's such an easy template there for Battle Revolution-style camera. It is the easiest thing to paste over in the world. The fact that fans have been able to do this in games like BDSP, which these games are, or Champions is being made by the Pokemon Works. I sure fucking hope it does. Like, I don't get it. Why this game looks so rancid.
I will say, like, I know the counter argument is always going to be that, PBR is so slow. You can do those animations and that kind of camera work, like, in a fast-paced way. Like, it's not inherent to the system. It's inherent to PBR being a slow-ass Wii game.
Yeah, I just noticed another thing as well. See, this is why people say that I nitpick. Is the part of the trailer with the girl at the back of the bus, and it shows like she's playing on mobile, and it's like Tyranitar and Dragonite. Firstly, having a non-16:9 aspect ratio for like a Pokemon battle is really weird. They did not move the UI appropriately for it, and it really bothers me. Because
Oh
Yeah,
my
it
God,
should
you're
be
right.
over to the side more.
yeah, because now I
Yeah.
can't see Dragonite. Also, that's Dragonite's home icon.
They changed some Pokemon icons. I don't know if you saw Charizard has a new one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does. It looks awesome. I do like that.
I mean, they've been doing this like slowly. Like I forget which game it was that updated them. Like Arbok is like completely different to how he
So-
was in BDSP.
Yeah, so BDSP was when they first debuted them. Then Home came out, and they were the same as BDSP. And then when those Pokemon got added to SV in their respective DLCs and/or base game, they updated them for Home to match the new ones. Besides Walking Wake, I have no idea what's going on with that one.
I wonder what icon he'll have in this game.
Implying he's gonna be fucking in.
Yeah, if he's in this game. God, that is another thing that's so concerning about this game, because we know that not all the Pokemon are going to be at launch. And my immediate thought is, okay, well, they might not have all the fully evolved Pokemon, and they're not going to have Little Cup, and that's or anything like that. And that's fine. That's fine. That's definitely something that you can add down the road. Just what Pokemon are they going to add? Because I don't think they're going to add all fully evolved Pokemon. I highly doubt that.
I think we talked about this at one point, me and you, Lewis. It's going to be oddly reminiscent of Stadium Zero.
Yes.
Like how it had a very small curated list of Pokemon
Well,
that
that
are
was
like
Yeah.
competitively
for-
viable.
Well, that was curated for like a reason besides Pikachu, right?
Yeah, wasn't it for like an in person tournament?
Yeah, so that was chosen based on a couple of Pokemon were like popular among the staff at HAL, and I think Ishihara had a part in that, and also just Pokemon usage via tournaments. There's evidence to suggest the Pokemon like Exeggutor were very last minute because it's got a noticeably different model or like texture set in that game compared to the quote unquote finished version. Despite being in battle, like all the in battle Pokemon look basically the same in every Stadium game.
Yeah, most of the changes in the
Expanded
Stadium game that was released internationally are animation changes, like Starmie or Nidoqueen.
Yeah.
But the only like major like texture and model change was Eggy.
Yeah, it's really, really bizarre. Well, out of the Pokemon that could battle anyway, because you see them all in the decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all...
The Dex models are crazy different. That's
Yeah.
a different story.
Yeah, so this part of the trailer where it shows this, it's lagging. And I know that this is on like Switch 1 or whatever, but like it's lagging in the fucking sandstorm.
Oh my god, we're back to X and Y sextuple Moltres.
Like, if you just like loop that pod a little bit, you can tell that the game is fucking chugging, and that's on mobile, man. Like, that shouldn't be an issue on any phone that they would be recording this on.
Yeah, like, I really wonder what they were recording this on.
Actually, like a Sony Ericsson.
Like,
Yeah, because modern phones are so powerful. Like the S26, the iPhone 17, like they can run these games really good. And then that's not even like getting into like those like handmade gamer phones that a lot of like East Asia are very fond of.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember like that could run like Citra the moment it came to phones at like fucking 500 times speed. It was ridiculous.
Actually insane.
The UI looks like shit still. I don't know why there's like 700 like inner strokes and inner bevels. It just really bothers me that like everything in this game feels like a little too compact. Very, very strange. They show Raichu when he mega evolves. There's no electric terrain, like during the animation, but then they show him after, and it's probably just a jump cut. They show him after, and then there's electric terrain, so maybe?
I've heard this. I've heard people saying this. If you like go frame by frame. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was looking for something significant, but I forgot that electric terrain now is just like a vague like hiss glow and not like a massive electric cloud like it was in SM. Never mind. I was like, that's just the electricity sparks from Volt Tackle, but no.
Yeah, there's a new animation for Volt Tackle, by the way. It looks nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the one positive thing I can say here. I think that looks nice.
There's like they flash through a bunch of shit at the end. I'm trying to like spot if there's anything in particular. They show Mega Raichu Y there. They show Palafin versus
I see Whimsicott.
Amarouge. It's just some bullshit. Like this game is so bizarre to me in the way that it's been marketed. So I guess we can move on to like the Japanese website.
we will have so much time to talk about this game in the future when it does release.
Yeah, I don't know how long we wanna go for, but the Japanese website is where a lot of people have been getting really, really upset over this game. Because holy fuck.
We've only been on for about an hour, so
yeah.
Yeah, I will say I do want to get positive because I really want to talk about Pokopia.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna talk about oh yeah, this is the Hydreigon model is on the Japanese site that you were talking about.
Let me see.
I don't know if it's different. It just looks shaded differently.
This reminds me of 3D Pro, dude.
It might be shaded differently. That's what it is. Yeah. Here, look.
It looks like they've removed
This-
the like fur texturing from SV.
Yeah, the model's the same. It's just they've changed the way the lighting looks, which is good because it looked terrible before. But it's not. It's like a marginal difference, I think.
Yeah.
I think they've color boosted the fuck out of the icons as well. That is a very pink fairy type like icon. I don't know if it's just what they did for the screenshot or what. But yeah, the Japanese site is like, to play this game at all, you will need a membership, and that membership costs $1 million, and also it unlocks music. And why do we have a Pokemon game with the battle pass?
A membership for the game?
Yes.
That look like the battle pass.
Yeah, that should look like the battle pass. There's a membership for the game. Hold on, I'll send the site. It's all it again.
It's not even. You have to pay for NSO and then a membership for the game.
You don't have to pay for the membership.
You don't have to pay
just
for NSO if you're playing on your phone.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that is also true.
Hold on, this is the website. Number of Pokemon that can be
Okay.
sold in the box will increase. Additional team slots.
Oh, I
missions,
see.
Exclusive new battle music, and they show an example of like that on another page, and it's just like the Let's Go Trainer battle theme. It's like, why would anybody fucking pay for this? We know the music is all
Yeah.
gonna be by Kageyama and Adachi, so because we haven't heard anything else in the trailers that isn't them. I want to say a little bit more about the battle pass. Like, a lot of people have been dooming about the pass itself. You can unlock, I'm pretty sure, everything through regular gameplay. But like, the fact there's a battle pass at all in a Pokemon game, like a mainline Pokemon game, we say mainline, it's a core series RPG gameplay with like Game Freak direction, or like Game Freak development at least. That is gross.
Like I was like waiting for the caveat that would exclude Colo XD.
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone, especially VGC players, would have happily paid $40 for like a full game that was at least PBR quality, like visually, and just had like single player content. Because there are new like Frontier Brains, and I don't think they're even gonna do anything really. I think those are just like all for the intro, and they're gonna be in the game. And they're gonna talk to you.
Twitter has gone absolutely nuts for Kit in particular, but also Caraway, and even to a small extent the big buff guy with the mask. I forget his name.
Yeah.
Mass royalty.
I like these character designs quite a lot.
Oh yeah, no, they look sick. That's like the biggest plus I've seen for this game.
I
is
think they're just
the
not going to
characters
get used in any meaningful way, though. Sadly.
and also the character designs for the main characters, dude. They're so fucking good. Like everything about this game. Like, I mean, I want to say like aesthetically looks pretty good in my mind. It's just the actual like
Well,
gameplay
the
graphics.
I don't know about
visuals-
aesthetically.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you look at that image on the Japanese site of Kit, the cowgirl design, and she is like, it looks like she's standing on a fucking green screen. Like, it's so bad. I don't know why all this is on the Japanese website though. Like, that's very, very odd.
Why was none of this in the presents?
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about Mega Garchomp Z, but they did spend like 3 minutes showing us every single Mega Pokemon that has existed so far, and it's like, why
I mean,
couldn't
we
you just
can
have
talk
it?
about him. You in fact you could put the entire footage of either you or me fighting it, and it would
Yeah,
it would be done by the time I'm done talking now.
like dog shit.
It is a
okay.
one for anyone who has not played it. It is a 1-star hyperspace hole. It is level 110. I went in there with my level 200 Gardevoir, and it died in actually 20 seconds.
Because when I was playing it, I thought, or when they were like showing the trailer, because they had so many like DLC ones, I was like, they're gonna announce another DLC. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like they started building up to it, and then it was like, oh, okay, well,
I was like, I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but I was hopeful too. I'm like, no way, we're getting ZA DLC 2, man.
yeah,
I'll be real. It's just I feel like they held back Mega Garchomp C just so they could be like, oh hey, remember ZA? It's Pokemon Day. Remember the last one we just got?
Yeah, well,
but-
the home update's not ready yet, obviously, so they had to have something else.
couple of
We're
There
working
has to
overtime
be
on
something
champions.
going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, they're
this is
working on
old
champions.
news. This
They're
is
crunching
old
on
news,
champions.
but the whole ZA weird transfer restrictions about going back to SV and whatnot.
it's so fucking stupid. Yeah, skip cutscene button or skip dialogue button in a Pokemon game, which is
Dude,
they're putting this in Winds and Waves 1,000,000%.
I don't know if this is going to be a skip button or a fast forward text button. I'm assuming the latter.
I assume fast.
But I would
forward.
be
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised by a skip button.
I think it might just be a skip button because I have a feeling that okay, I don't even think it's gonna be like a story beat. I feel like it might just be like, oh hey, this person does a task for you. You can skip their dialogue just to do the task. Like I don't even know if they're gonna go that insane.
Well, yeah, but
with it.
why wouldn't they? I don't even know what she's saying here, and I don't care enough to translate. But
I can do it in the background.
yeah, I can't imagine. It's like that for every text box, so I don't think that it's gonna be like that. I think it's just gonna be a fast forward, or maybe like an instant text thing. Like you just hold it down and it progresses through it.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, if you
assuming.
look at other RPGs,
Yeah.
yeah.
The versus screen has a spectator mode, which is nice, but it's
That's
still
cool.
it's still using the sete drawn by Sugimori. Like it's still using placeholder images. They updated the image on the English website.
All right, this I translated it. This is like garbage Google Translate, but like she's essentially just saying, "I'm standing by some energetic Pokemon." It's just kind of nothing.
Yeah, it might just be like that. Not much else.
So I
to say
assume
on
she's
gameplay.
just your storage person.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
It does remind me of the what's it called in Legends Arceus?
The ranch?
Yeah, they're called pastures.
Yeah,
Pastures.
Yeah, she probably just manages that.
All right, it's time for positive. Like an hour in, time for really positive talk.
Yes.
Happy time! Holy fuck!
Okay, so who here is actually getting Pokopia?
I have the Japanese version preloaded for tomorrow.
I have the Australian version preloaded for tomorrow.
Yeah, I have neither preloaded for tomorrow, but I will be.
I'm not getting the game.
Yeah, well, there you go. We got all.
We've got a lot of different
Yeah.
things going on, huh?
I gotta say, this trailer is so funny to me because on the one hand, they show like towards the end of it, they show like a lot of like really cool biomes that we've never seen in this game, and then they show Raikou and all this cool shit. This is like maybe the worst structured like trailer I've ever seen in my life or something. I don't know why.
Starting with the jukebox is interesting.
Yeah, they're like, hey, what if we played like low quality rips of like GBA music in the background throughout this whole trailer, and it felt really, really weird. I like the idea. I think it's cute. Just a weird trailer thing.
No, I am very happy about this game ever since I kind of heard a lot of reviews that it would be less like Animal Crossing and more so instead like Viva Pinata.
Viva Pinata. That is the fact that you clocked in on that is what makes me a little bit more inclined to get this because I do love Viva Pinata.
Yeah.
I just found out about the from the reviews that came out that Ho-Oh's in the game.
Yeah, they got a lot of like very particular mons in this game. Like I know Volcanion is in for some reason.
Dude.
This game is.
He looks really good too.
Yeah, his model looks great. He's not. Oh, this game is not going to be data mined as well. First undata mineable Pokemon game.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
It sucks we can't rip the music.
The problem there is I think if we were to do it, it would probably be hell. Because we know this game has like a layered soundtrack that builds up over time. And
okay.
Yeah, so like the more you build up the world, the more the song like comes back in. And we don't know, like it's been apparently very understated. Like not only in promotional material, but also in reviews, they've said like the music itself is really, really like not present. I don't like that, but who knows? Maybe that's why they focus on the Rotom shit so much. Yeah, this game looks great. I'm sure we're gonna have more to say in a couple of weeks' time when we've played it.
Yeah. I'll say that what they specifically showcase in the direct is like not a whole lot, at least compared to the Treehouse, because they had so much more time with that, and we got a lot more information. Like the fact that you make your own food to get a little powered up.
Yeah, like the PP system.
The fact that there's redstone in this game. There's cool redstone in this game, and there's prop hunt.
Yeah,
dude. Okay, I that's another thing that I think this game is going to be crazy for is prop hunt.
They showed. I didn't watch all of it today, but they showed like Omori like playing the game with like the Koei Tecmo guys, and he just like walks into a building and like a waterfall activates and like a bunch of lights.
Yeah,
a whole bunch of
in
stuff
that clip
happens.
he walks. In that clip he walks over what do you call it? He walks over the note mat from Ruby Sapphire's Secret Bases. Like this really is his like secret base passion project.
Yeah, it's
the whole game has really reminded me of Secret Bases.
The one they showed in the treehouse, where it's like, oh, let's make a home for Charmander or whatever. They show that, and on the outside, it literally looks like the RS tile come to life. It's really funny, and that it feels very mystery dungeony. This is okay. This might sound controversial, especially because it's not out yet, but I think this might end up being the best Pokemon spinoff probably ever. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say.
The fact that apparently the story is 40 to 60 hours is crazy.
40 to 60?
Wait, oh my god, really?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Jesus. I know they were very coy in interviews about like shiny Pokemon. They were like, oh, you'll have to play to find out. And also...
Yeah, they would have just said no if there wasn't.
Yeah, the director was like, he said some shit like, oh, like there's a lot to do after the game ends as well. So I think content-wise, there's going to be a lot. I think visually, this game looks great. I don't know why people think this should have been a Switch 1 game. I don't know why.
It's because we're living in like console stagnation hell, and everyone thinks that People are used to like how the PS4. The PS4 is still getting games. People are used to that. So the fact that we're moving on to a new console is just something young people are not like
Used to. It has been a decade.
used to at all. Yeah.
Yeah, can people still play Fortnite on their Switch? Is that possible?
I think so.
Switch 1? Yeah, you can.
It's
Old
fucking
ass
crazy to
fucking-
me.
The draw distance of Pokopia is really nice.
Yeah, I like that they do
dude.
the colored fog that they had in PLA for stuff outside.
I was surprised with how far you could see into the distance.
What are our opinions on Chef Dente?
He's like probably the weakest of the new NPC guys so far, but he's okay.
It is just a like a Unite character design.
What if you
Yeah.
had Chef Dilbert? How would this affect the sales?
Dude, the fucking geopolitical listing. I don't know why they. I mean, I know why this game is using like home style icons, but whenever they show like previews of this game and I see like the home icon for Professor Tangrowth, I'm like, they're gonna put it in Gen 10, dude.
Also cloud servers. Like, God, dude, this game looks so cool. The only thing that I can slightly say, like, oh, I'm a little upset with, is only 4 players. Because I know I'd love to play this with a lot more people than just 4 at a
Yeah.
time. But I mean,
sounds-
it's gonna be fine.
That sounds like something they could patch in, honestly.
I could see them doing an update where it's 8 players.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
I will say, when they were doing the treehouse and they showed like crafting multiple things at once, I was like, thank fucking God that we have actual UX designers on games like this now and not the fucking Animal Crossing team. I have
Look,
no
they,
idea.
look, man, they added it after like 6 years. They finally added multi-crafting.
They waited until
Okay.
COVID was over. I can't believe it. New Rotom form is very funny.
It's
They
made
will-
sound typers come out in
It's
full
called
force.
green humor,
Oh,
buddy.
Christ. If they were to put this in a game, what moves are getting? Boom Burst?
Yeah.
Hyper
It would
voice.
be normal type because that's what sound type is.
Normal Ghost Rotom sounds vile. I don't like that.
It would be electric normal.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You're thinking
Yeah.
of old gen where
I'm
it
thinking of
keeps the
freaking
ghost
Old
typing.
Yeah.
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 That
you
shit was cool,
you
though,
got that
because
Helios.
Air Rotom had a purpose then with Levitate, and now he don't.
Dude, they really need to update that guy and give him Hurricane because the only reason he has Air Slash is that was like the only fucking like special.
Yeah, why don't they
move
give him
had.
wind power or something?
Yeah, like a better ability. Speaking of, I feel like that's a good segue into the best looking Pokemon game ever, I would say, that is not a 2D game.
Oh my goodness.
We are
kind
in.
of back. Maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
Yeah. We don't know yet. The development of this game is incredibly interesting, and I do want to like talk about like some stuff we slightly do know, at least from behind the scenes, from Unfortunate Means. The direction of this game and who's directing it.
Yeah, we won't, for
it-
clarification, we won't be talking about any like mechanic spoilers, like I don't even know any of those, or like Pokemon spoilers if they're in there, or anything story related. It's just gonna be like development and how it functions.
Yeah,
Um,
nerd
Yeah.
stuff, you know.
But in the meantime, I guess we can go over the trailer in order, or just jump about whatever. The intro with the sketchbooks. I didn't clock that they started showing him in Viridian Forest in like black and white. So the first thing the page flipped to was Ecruteak, and I was like, oh my fucking God. I was like, no way, dude. Because obviously we do kind of know what's happening after this game and onwards. So I was like, there's no way that this is some like Johto shit.
Looking back over this, the original non-ORAS Pokeblock case,
Oh, true.
crazy.
Yeah.
I do love the arrow to the Kecleon, by the way. It's really funny.
It should have been a red arrow.
Oh, dude, Skyrim. It did all of this art. It looks so good.
Yeah,
Um,
this is. Oh, I saw this on Twitter, guys. Type talk, but I saw someone the other day saying that this presents, for being the 30th anniversary, did not feel like a 30th anniversary celebration. And while I can see that to some regard, this little sketchbook sequence kind of makes up for it all.
Yeah, it's
Um,
very clear they want Gen 10 to be like, this is the 10th generation of Pokemon. Like, be ready.
Yeah, I hope they get to do everything they want for their anniversary, like because what happened with Alola and all the stuff that didn't make it
Yeah,
for their anniversary title.
because they were too busy, like, trying to, like, retrofit the new Pokemon designs around ride Pokemon, and then they changed the ride Pokemon, and then they had to completely rebuild the maps because they were too big. So ridiculous. Clown game.
and then they didn't know whether or not. Yeah, they didn't know whether to ask to like Takao Uno what to do or Shigeru Omori what to do because they didn't know who was fucking directing it.
Yeah, they had no idea who was directing the game for the first year. Just incredible. They showed these 2 Pikachu. What do we think?
My
I
knee-jerk
they're
reaction was
versing-
that I think it'll be I think it's a mechanic. I don't. I think you could. I don't think it'll do anything, but I think you could probably put hats on certain Pokemon or something.
What,
I don't know
reusing
about
that
full
Let's
up.
Go.
Yeah, I think these guys are just gonna be little tour guides that are gonna be in the tutorial. Like I think that's all they're gonna be, and they're gonna be like in like the press material, but they're gonna do absolutely nothing for the game, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
I agree. I think they both
Just
slay.
immediately first cut into the game being really, really ironic.
What where they show
Down into
where they show like
down into the water into a windmill.
Water
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like rocks and a windmill.
Okay, well
Yeah,
that is stupid because it's like what else are they gonna show? But like it is
Yeah, yeah.
the direction of like okay they have the padding shot but they show a windmill and then a forest. I'm like okay.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. I
Gosh, dude.
I only said water and rocks because the texture work is good.
Yeah. I
Well,
like
wait, the graphics are good? No.
yeah like it's crazy that I've said this for so long, but I think that Pokemon will only get better for like super casual audiences that don't engage with the series anymore if it looks good, and this is exactly what I expected. Like this is the first Pokemon game to not just be relentlessly shit on in I want to say like 7 years since
Yeah.
It's crazy
Yeah,
because
honestly, did anyone talk poorly on this game?
it's
the aim
very
was so
minute.
positive.
I've
I'm
seen
sure
it
some
in like
people-
small pockets, but even like the most like even like people like Logan Paul, maybe I shouldn't say the name. Even popular people aren't like down on this.
yeah.
At worst, people have a neutral opinion on it. Like, oh, it looks good. I'm gonna play Pokemon Red some more though.
I mean, I think
Like,
The worst and most common thing that I've seen is like these starters look like Pal World, which doesn't make sense because Pal World just steals from Pokemon to begin with.
yeah.
starters are new, so they don't look like Pokemon. Next question.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has happened the past 3 times. Although they were right with that.
This has happened the past
Um,
7 times, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the funniest thing, Ami, is that you think this game looks good and you hate Swish and SV. So
Yeah, I think ZA is like one of the I think ZA is the best game in core series. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
I'm not biased. I'm not biased. I promise. And I love this. It got me with the eye candy already. But I'm very hopeful after playing something like ZA, and even though I skipped the other 2, after playing something like Legends Arceus, I think there's a lot of untapped potential that this game is going to tap into.
My biggest thing about the beauty of this game is the volumetric water and clouds.
yeah.
I think that is such a good choice. It's definitely going to be what they're emphasizing on with it being wind and waves, and that's why they look the way they do, and how I think it's going to like play out. Because the thing is, we still don't really know what engine that's going to be in. It has been rumored this is UE4, but they have used UE as like a subsidiary that they work in before they go into GFlib.
No, they did that for ZA, correct? That's the one with like the model
yes.
balconies that people were always talking about.
Yes, yeah. Because for reference, a lot of people like to shit on ZA's balcony structure and how it's just like a texture. Those were originally modeled out. Like it's just they were squished in when they went to the GFlib engine, and I don't know if this game is going to still be in GFlib, or if like they're gonna
hope to God it's not.
I
am so
kind of hope not.
tired.
Yeah.
I am so so tired of the games feeling the same. Like that sounds like such a vague statement, but there's like Game Freak like stank to like every game XY onwards that you never even feel like between the other like 2D games. Like they have their visual problems, or they have like performance issues, or like in Gen 4's case they have frame rate issues. They don't feel bad in the same way.
I mean, it's really funny. Like you say this like XY onward because of the engine, but like I mean, from Gen 4 onward, we've been using like the same item IDs, the same like underlying like
code. Yeah.
Like this is like non-gameplay stuff, but we have been in Game Freak stank for a very, very long time.
Since they fucking moved out of assembly, unironically. Like,
Yeah. I just think it's been grossly apparent, specifically with all the games where both sticks are used for like full-fledged camera motion. And yeah, I know Swish had it, but I think it's more so apparent with the 2 ZA or the 2 Legends games and SV, where kind of like moving around in those environments feels again, I think it's supposed to feel samey because like it's Pokemon, but like I don't know.
It makes me think of no one's gonna get this because this is Pokemon, but like it reminds me of Dragon Quest VIII. Like overworld movement.
Yeah.
It feels very like stilted, and just I think the biggest tell is when we get 60 FPS versions of these games on Switch like SV and ZA, the camera is not accommodated for that with SV, but it is for ZA. So like when you turn the camera in 60 FPS in SV, it is just sped up.
I didn't
Up
even
the
know
frame
this.
rate. Yeah, if you were to up the frame rate, it is just faster. And it's just very wrong.
Japanese developers still not learning about delta time is extremely funny.
Yeah, like frame pacing just goes out the window with those upgraded versions. But like,
Yeah.
I'm still just like looking at the water in the first cut. One important thing to mention, because you mentioned the volumetric like waves and clouds. The water has always been like such. I made a post about this. Water has always been such a big part of Pokemon. And like a third of fucking Gen 1 are water types, I'm pretty sure. Like it's a ridiculous number.
Water is the most common type in the series in every game that's not Gen 1 because poison.
Yes. And it's like not only do the waves look great, but also like the like almost like the transparent kind of water that you can
like
see.
the subsurface scattering or whatever.
Yeah. That kind of water that's around like the Pacific log. Then there's also
The shallow water.
Yeah, the shallow water. And then there's like the really like thick, almost kind of like oil slick looking water that was in every past game, but is now like in the mangrove, and it looks perfect. It's like perfectly like it's just varied. But if you look at a game like SV, a pool in that game looks the same as a river that looks the same as the ocean, and that is so bad. I don't know if we're ever going to get flowing rivers in this game. There's like a waterfall, but we don't see the river. I would like for that to be
The waterfall with where Pikachu shows up for the first time looks really good.
It's funny that you say the water looks the same everywhere in SV because the water looked different between lakes and oceans and rivers in fucking Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh yeah, no, like in Southern Hoenn, there's like the reflections and stuff. It's insane. The oil slick is just what I describe it as because it's like, why is it like a flat plane of like nothing? It's just so murky and gross, and I'm so glad we're over it. Even just like stepping through this trailer, talking about the wind and the clouds. That's been something that's been programmed into at least since SV. I do a lot of digging around in extracting all the files to like JSON format in that game. And there are a lot of values for the wind. It has not played any gameplay factor until now, not counting the new wind moves that they added in Gen 9 and the new wind abilities that they added in Gen 9, like new abilities they made up for wind-based moves. But
yeah,
this feels like a long time coming. And I like that they're just kind of building off of that.
The character designs, oh my god, dude, they look so fucking good. I really like the character designs for this game, and maybe that's just because the last like Scarlet and Violet had such a weak performance, and also I don't think I'm.
Those
a
are
major
some of
fan
the worst looking
those.
main characters, the Scarlet and Violet ones.
Yeah. I love these ones. I especially like the male design a lot. I think it's one of my more so favorite male characters that have been like made for.
I think this is the first time the male has looked like genuinely really good and not just like passable in quite some time.
This is
since Calum.
Yeah, and
like
personally, I'm not even a huge Calum fan. I think the last time I was like gung ho on a male protagonist and didn't prefer the female in every way was Hilbert.
I'm really shocked. I posted this in chat. It's the like the eye chart that I made for Twitter because a lot of people were like, "Oh, these look the same as the SV protags," and it's like they don't. If you if you were to take like their eyes and you map over them, hold on, like I have a picture of this saved somewhere, but if you map over them, like if you layer the Gen 9 and Gen 10 protag eyes, they look like very clearly like more vertical, like they're not as round.
It's just that they're the round-ish Mizutani eyes, and that's what people like honed in on immediately.
Yeah, and even then they don't look the same as they do in game. So with Game Freak's like CDEC presentation in 2023, they talked a lot about just like the game's visuals, and one thing they honed in on was that they changed the designs of SV's protagonists after the reveal, and they mentioned that they looked too like babyface in that trailer. If you go back to the initial SV trailer, the models look different. They have like this god-awful like blush effect on their face.
Yeah.
And their eyes are like tiny, but
I saw someone on Twitter comparing the new eyes to that trailer, like you poor summer child, you didn't even realize.
Yeah, no, they intentionally fixed that based on feedback, and it was the one thing that I remember complaining about.
And people say that they don't listen.
Yeah, they do definitely look at this sort of thing. We're never gonna go back to Gen 3, Gen 4 era Sugimori, but like Sugimori is never going back to that. Like his
he has evolved as an artist since then. So
yeah, like even if like or like Crystal to like Ruby Sapphire is like his best era for me, he's still adept at drawing a bunch of styles. Like he drew Victor and Ray for Legends, and then the guy from Champions, and like these all look
Willem,
fine. Yeah, Willem or whatever.
Defoe.
Yeah, they all look fine.
New Pikachu idol is so good.
Oh, dude, yes, they. I love when they do shit like this. I guess we can talk about it because this is not a leak anymore, really. They did not use that fucking Pikachu redesign.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah. You can flash that on the screen. Oh my goodness.
The
that
content
design.
warning, dude.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, content warning.
What did it even look like? I don't know.
Wait, have you not seen this? Hold on, I'll post it.
No.
This was in the initial wave of Terra League stuff.
Not the initial.
Oh, the second wave. This is what they were gonna do.
Yeah, that's one of the designs they were going for.
Yeah.
They're gonna make him bobblehead.
Yeah,
Pikachu.
they were gonna make him like.
They were gonna turn him
But
into
they
corporate
did slim him.
Ariga Chew.
They did slim him, but like in a good way, in such a better way.
I think they realized that they did not want to. Because here's the thing, right? Pikachu has looked like the right in most media for about 20 years. Everything besides the games, he looks like that in all of the non Ash/Liko related anime. He looks like that in every piece of corporate art. Sugimori has been drawing him like that since like 2010. If you look at like the Pokemon PR cover and like all of the Ashachu, but this was like really fucking extreme, and I'm so glad they didn't do that. Like
I can't agree more.
He feels like a because like the old Pikachu design is like the one we still have is so like malleable. Like it can be anything. It can be fat Pikachu. It can be Detective Pikachu. It can be dead Pikachu and Pokopia. It can be like Ash Pikachu. Like it can be so many things. And this new one is like, wow, this is a mascot for a video game series. I'm really
rest in piss.
But yeah, his new idol looks fantastic. I love that he is just ready to fight.
I still don't get why Pokeballs do that weird thing now where when they catch a Pokemon they float and then wiggle.
Yeah, that's weird because that did not stay the case in ZA. It does more of the Legends like midair bounce thing, but it doesn't look like levitate.
Yeah.
It looks like it's unfinished when that happens. It looks like it's supposed to hit the ground and then wiggle.
I think in SV it sometimes happens, but it sometimes hits the ground normally. So I don't know. It might be like the game checking, hey, is this too close to like a cliff, and then it just starts floating. I think that might be what's happening here.
I think this is the part where I can say the one like singular negative thing I have to say about this entire trailer is the camera movements and everything. This is obviously because it's dev camp, but like the camera movements and overviews of everything are really, really nice up to this point. And as soon as the Femc throws her Pokeball, it snaps to like Sword and Shield style camera, and like it's very rigid, and I am not a fan of that. It makes me think we are going to continue to have no out of battle catching, which I would be very surprised if we still are not implementing that. It's such a nice mechanic to have, to not have to see, Wild Pikachu appeared, go Charmander, open the bag, throw the ball, watch the animation, you caught it, Pokedex entry, battle ends, right? Like, it's so much better to just throw the ball and have it
I think it's because they want you to see all the Pokemon properly for the first time. I don't know. It seems
they
weird.
have auto battles in SV.
Yeah.
Kind of goes around that.
Those register to your decks as seen whenever you kill SV with one of those.
Yeah, so I think I don't think out of battle catching should be relegated to Legends. That is like my one worry about this game, is that we still won't have it.
With like out of battle catching, for a long time I debated like, should main series adopt Legends stuff or should Legends just be itself? I think that both are fine now. The problem with a game like SV coming out after Legends Arceus is that I'm fine with it not having Legends catching. The problem is that it has nothing substantive in between. Like, there's no supplement for it. There's no replacement for it.
Exactly.
If it goes for like something else, then that's totally fine. But it don't. And it's bad.
Like that's why I said it the way I said it. But like the fact that it's Sword and Shield SV camera angles, like it's like, this is just exactly the status quo. We haven't. Either we like evolve on top of the status quo, or we just do Legends, not stay the same. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah, I'll say the first immediate thing that like my concern, because I'll mention is the stuff that you can do out in the world. I mean, they didn't show any other NPCs like running around, which is like, again, they haven't shown a whole lot yet.
They did cull the NPCs from the initial SV trailer for what it's worth,
as well as PLA.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just really worried that this game is gonna have a very fast map like SV, where there's nothing you can do in it.
Bro, there'll be little Koroks, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah, you'll have the Koroks, you'll
Oh,
have the raid battles, bro.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude.
I that is a concern. I guess I can get to that more when we maybe talk about the starters and just the gameplay.
Before we move on from this one bit, I do want to like rewind very
what's up?
slightly. Tailo is in this game. Has not been in a Switch game other than BDSP. Like this is his first regional Dex appearance in quite some time.
Yeah, no, we got Whalmer and Waylord. Those guys were in Swish last, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, some very exciting picks in this game.
Yeah, I like that we are clearly going for a more tropical set of mons. One of the things that I don't like about Sun and Moon's decks is that it doesn't really feel purpose-built for that environment. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but like there are a lot of mons
Could be
in
some
that
use some
decks.
influence as well.
Maybe, yeah, because it like fucks up some things. There's just a lot of mons in that game that do not feel Alola-y. Like the base,
Yeah.
the new mons are great. and
Ultra
very
Sun
likable.
might have a whole bunch of weirdos. Like you can catch a Zorua at the trainer school.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Because Meowth is there, I guess. Dark types? I don't fucking know. Why they at the school?
They saw that you can get Zoro on Route 1 in Route 101 in Orez, so they had to copy the homework.
Going back to the part where they show like the jungle and the water, with like Wailord as well. Like that, those 2 seconds, is this the first time they have managed to do like any sort of lighting through shadow before? Because it looks really good. You can see like the shadows of the leaves on Tropius.
Yeah, there's like a light like poking through the branches like next to Tangela.
Really good. My biggest problem with 3D Pokemon. Zeph, I remember you sent me this image like fucking years ago. You know exactly what I'm gonna post, the Sword and Shield picture.
The one with Scizor in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
fucking
Scizor one, dude.
Scizor, like Tremor at one. Dude, my fucking drive isn't loading. I love this picture that I'm about to post, and I'll put it up on screen as well, because it is like a crystallization of everything wrong with how modern Pokemon looks. Like everything looks photoshopped in, and the reason for that is because they just don't. Whenever there is a shadow in a 3D Pokemon game, as of the last decade, just deletes anything else beneath it. There's no shadows.
This is one of my other favorite images.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how
Oh.
this happens with so many games.
It also reminds me of the I doubt any of us have it, but the BDSP route that is also like completely covered in
yeah,
clouds
no,
and it
hold
just
on,
deletes all
it's-
the shadows.
What's that like route fucking? I hate how Sinnoh orders this shit. It's like
Route
214.
269, man. 267, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the
It's
one.
the one
it's
next
the
to
one the east
Veilstone.
Of
215.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck it's ordered like this. Like, yeah, this fucking picture is incredible.
Oh my
why
God,
does it look
man.
like this? I just don't like understand what the deal is. There's no. This has been a problem in every game besides ZA. They kind of start to fix this, and then
Another W for
yeah,
ZA.
another W for ZA, and then they just kind of go back. But I'm so glad that's fixed now. That's easily my biggest, like, I don't know if you want to call it a nitpick, because the games look fucking vile, but like, holy fuck, I'm so glad they fixed that.
I feel like nitpick is like this is like way off topic. I feel like nitpick is like such a buzzword. Like you can't criticize the things that you like
yeah.
in any way, otherwise it's a nitpick.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I just say that to almost like placate people that use that. There's the one thing that I don't think anybody has mentioned is that Wailord has a new like water spout animation that it never had before. It never did this. Water never came out of its blowhole before. That's like a brand new thing that almost looks like so seamless in the trailer that you just think that he has always had that. He's had that
Yeah,
like
I
animation
think
himself.
even
with
in
water
Colo, he didn't have that.
I will say though, Wailord, little small. Kind of wish he was a little bit bigger.
He might be. They,
Uh,
like this is probably default size for the trailer.
Well, Whale Mur itself is already quite large. There's like nothing else in frame to compare this guy to. We
Yeah.
need like a person or a different Pokemon.
Yeah, like he could be really fucking big.
I want to like. I'm always going to Ore or PBR or something. I fucking Mr. Genius Sonority. But like the only time Wailord has ever been like true size is PBR, and it is absolutely way too big in that game. It's funny, but it's way too big.
Yeah.
Colo XD have it like very large, but like reasonably so. I'd say it's close to the size of the Wailord that you see in what is it, the Isle of Armor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close to that size, maybe a little larger. I wouldn't be upset if that size was the one that we got in SV. Like that's fine. Just not like whatever the hell was going on in Sun and Moon.
Strange to me that there is a world out there where people think that we can just get like the Isle of Armor whale lord every time a whale lord spawns. I don't know why. You look at these games and it's like, these are games. They're not things that you just see footage of. Like, you have to engage with them. They have to be playable.
Yeah.
Like, if you have true size of that, like, following you in BDSP, like, the game is literally invisible.
Yeah,
And
it has to
that's-
be like
it's just
developed
context
around it.
appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 47-foot whale. Like, it is freaking huge. You need to like scale it around the rest of the game because it's so like orders of magnitude bigger than like most other things, because I believe that 47 feet is measured from like head to tail, not like top to bottom.
Mhm.
So like it's just way bigger than like anything else. It's
bigger than,
like when
like,
you have like a
fucking
scatter plot
Wildland.
graph and there's one dot like way off to the side. It's like that.
I think people don't play video games. I'm gonna be real. There's the Pokemon Lab as well. You can see a lot actually from this area, like the top-down view. I love the design of the lab in this game. The wind and like the waves aesthetic that it has going on the wind and the water is very, very cool. Interesting that
I don't know,
that's
it makes me think of like an octopus
I-
kind of like sprawling its tentacles out.
I will
Yeah.
say it does look very unusable. Like I feel like it'll be hard to enter this thing. Like so also like the weird thing they got going with like the waterways that go down into like that tree. Like I don't know. It looks weird to me. I'll be honest. I'm a little perplexed by it.
well, I don't think it's gonna be
You-
level design. I think it's just gonna be like a very you walk through the door and then you're in the pre-gym or whatever. Like
Yeah,
it's-
I think you
it's
need
very
to.
Phoenix.
Yeah, dude, yeah, dude, you just like
Dude, the-
made me so
I
so
say
so
it's
much more
very
excited.
Phoenix, and then you look at like the circular like grassy part at the top, and that almost looks very PBR. Like the way that looks from a distance.
It's also like the white like stonework as well as like, oh my god, dude,
yeah,
this
although
game's
some of-
gorgeous.
Some of that white texturing is ripped from SV. I noticed. It's very funny. No, just this like zoomed out shot of the of what the lab is, and almost like an Aether House looking thing, on like a plateau on the top left. I love the little balloons to denote what a Pokemon Center is. I think that's very cool. My one wish that is never going to happen is that these games don't have a minimap. If you could only find your way to a place by like looking in the sky and seeing where the balloons are, or like looking down from an area and you have to traverse to it, that is so
We're gonna be lucky if this doesn't even have the yellow paint in it, dude.
No, I mean this is like a form of yellow paint, right? But like it's baked into the world to the point where like people in this universe would use that.
That would be cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Like that makes a lot of sense.
When I say yellow paint, it's not just buzzwordy. I mean, it is, but like the balloon isn't just like, it's not like a floating icon on you. It's not the crazy taxi arrow telling you where to go. It's part
Yeah.
of the world.
The biggest problem with SV, and I've said it a million times, but it is just the fact that that game is you are walking to a waypoint marker, having a relatively easy battle, and then you're going to the next one. There's nothing in between. And I think that having to navigate your way to that with some friction involved with trainers or wild Pokemon that jump you, that sort of thing, is what is absolutely needed for this game.
Completing tasks that a video game sets out for you is only more satisfying when there is friction along the way. Like that's just how games work.
Yeah, for sure.
It's less satisfying when you don't have any obstacles to overcome and you're just checking boxes.
Yeah, that's the huge SV problem. What do we think of because we didn't mention this with the character designs. What do we think of the fact they're doing like version exclusive?
I think that there's
I-
gonna be. I have one remark. That you're gonna have to buy 2 art books this time again.
Yep, 2 art books.
Oh, God.
Dude, I don't know why.
Um,
They started doing that with fucking BDSP. It's so stupid.
my take is that other than the surfboard, skateboard, hoverboard, whatever that is, other than that, I assume you're probably going to be able to buy the opposite version, like hat and backpack.
Really? I don't know.
Absolutely.
They didn't let you do that with SV because they locked it to like the school that was in universe. I think.
Well, I didn't play that game,
Well, there you
so
go. Well,
I was just basing this off of you could get like the Sun and Moon outfits in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So
yeah, but you have to do some like weird like record mixing shit for that, right?
no, I
no,
think you
they're-
could
they're-
buy
they're-
most of it.
No, they're purchasable.
Well, also they
Some
wanted-
of it was version exclusive though, but I don't think the default outfits were.
Yeah, the default outfits were like gender locked, right? Because there weren't 2. There was only 1 for each gender. Whereas now we
Yeah.
have 2 for both. Yeah, you mentioned the hoverboard, or whatever this is. I like that. It looks
Yeah, I have
like a
no idea what
Switch-
this is.
I like that it looks like a Switch 2. I think it's very cute.
Switch to
I'm glad that we don't have. We probably will have a fucking Rotom phone again, and it will probably have another camera on it. But
Is there a camera in real life? The phone that has four on it? Are we there yet?
We're getting close. We're gonna get full-fledged camera mode. Don't you worry, guys.
We kind of had it in ZA, right?
Little
ZA
bit,
was,
yeah.
man, I love ZA. I even love the photo mode, but like the benches were so poorly handled.
Yeah.
You can't get a good photo on the benches to save your life. Those trailers were absolutely done with like dev tools. No shot.
What I just don't get is the ability to A, position your Pokemon, and B, like actually cycle through the animations. As somebody that is making a website for this shit, and you know, I figured out a way to like properly dump all the animations and to loop them and to automate that process. We won't be able to do that for this game, because I doubt with Saya's like leaving the Switch like modding scene, I don't think this shit is gonna get picked up for a while. There's gonna be no way to view like most of the animations in this game, like at all, even externally. They're gonna like dick up the Pokedex again. Absolutely. It's only been getting worse since Gen 6. You know, you would be able to view all the animations, or like at least most of the animations in sequence, and then like they started stripping some of them back, like no more signature moves, and now it's just like you press the A button and it will randomly do one of two attacking animations. And it's like, I want to be able to, one thing that a lot of people are like, oh, they don't do animations, or they don't, Pokemon look so bad in 3D. It's like, no, man. Like, Pikachu has, I think, 120 different anims in ZA now. Like, the numbers are scaling so high, and you can't view most of them. It's such a shame. I hate to say that, oh, these games look better than they ever have, because there's so much interactability, and because the Pokemon are so expressive, but you can't see them.
This is gonna be some major shade, but like I think the Pokemon look bad in 3D, the animations suck, is like almost entirely a rhetoric by people who play like exclusively on Showdown with the 3D models turned on, because you just see the idle animation and nothing else, and I think that really colors people's opinions of it.
Yeah, I think, fuck, I'm looking at the part with the Tangela and Oddish again. It looks so good. It's such a good job, man.
We
Like
talked about the male character design. How do we feel about the female character design?
She's cool.
Great.
Yeah,
She's great.
I don't.
Yeah, I like both.
I don't really have like a super strong opinion on them, which is weird, because usually I'm like, wow, I hate this, or wow, this is great.
I think that's a good sign, honestly.
Yeah, that's a good sign. I don't like the Walmart colors for waves. I think you're a freak if you're getting that version. Sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
I like the baseball hat more than the Oh, hey guys, we made the coolest protag designs ever in ZA. We're gonna steal the Trilby for the next game.
Yeah, look, man. I'm just saying, you didn't play SV. You're gonna be locked into that outfit for like the entire game. Have fun.
Yeah. Oh
like-
my goodness.
I like that they have the wetsuits. That is obviously
Yes.
we're gonna talk about that. But when was the last time we even had like a remotely, besides Champions, like outdoorsy character design? I genuinely think
Black 2 and White
BW2.
2.
BW2. I was gonna say
The last time we had literal wetsuits on the characters. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that, and then before then it was probably like Platinum.
I'm gonna slander DP while we're at this. I don't think those designs are properly fit for the Sinnoh, exploring the Sinnoh region. I think
Oh,
Platinum
dude,
does it a
DP
million times better.
DP Lucas is so bad.
Chop.
He's so chopped, dude. I hate the what's it called? His like fucking Sugimori pose, like the old one that we got, that was actually used in Battle Revolution, is so much better. Oh, one thing.
And then gens 1 through 3, all of those are very outdoorsy, adventurous.
Yeah. One thing I'm noticing for the first time is there's a part in the trailer where like the girl character, she's like looking forward, and there's wind blowing her hair back. I don't think
That's
that
so
ever happened.
nice.
I don't think that ever happened previously.
No, I cannot think of a single time that we actually had hair like hair physics. Like there are times
Well,
where
Pokemon
in
there
ZA,
are, but-
for example, where
It-
you'll
it's
be
cinema- it's
in some
cinematics.
situation as Harmony, and her hair will react to whatever she's doing, but that's because it's like baked into the animation itself, and not because it's like physics.
Yeah. Well, I think this is probably baked in as well, but like the fact
I think
that
some
exists-
characters' hair moved when they mega evolved in ZA, but that's probably just animation as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was getting at.
I do like that. That's like a separate, or like at least a conscious decision now. I like the Pokemon centers. Like I like that they are still gas stations, but not really. Like they kept that gameplay wise, you know.
I like the Nurse Joy design, or I shouldn't call her that. I don't know why I keep doing that. Sorry.
Pokemon Center nurse, yeah.
The Pokemon Center. They changed it again in ZA, so
Yeah, the clerk.
yeah, right. Clerk. It's Pokemon Center Clerk now.
Yeah.
We mentioned the volcano
Lava
area.
cave? Yeah.
Pokemon now emit light. Finally. Why they didn't do this until this game is absurd. There are so many
Yeah,
situations.
I'm really proud of my favorite guy, the Fire Slug Pokemon from the Johto region.
Allegedly from the Johto region.
Yeah, but I say
Allegedly.
from the Hoenn. God, I'm just so I'm so impressed by so many things here, and I don't really know who exactly to be impressed to. I mean, we know that they've been hiring en masse on like physics, like designers and whatnot, and particularly like who's making this game because to dabble in that, we do know that Shigeru Omori did step down in 2022 from Div 2. That is like just public information. But we don't really know who's head of Div 2 now at Game Freak, but it's very clearly most likely to be a WoW
Who directed
taking the stage.
Legends Arceus.
Yeah, yeah.
It's less the Div 2 stuff and more like who is directing this game, because it would have been Omori until 2024, and we know for a fact that Iwao would have probably replaced him.
Yes.
So.
More so, that means is that like this game's original like design and direction was done by Omori, which people want to slander the guy. Looking at his old pitches to both SV and Scarlet and Violet, and also just any game prior, in the way like he gets like into like such a descriptive fit about it. I mean, his papers on the Poke Walker and like his ideas and thought process. Like Omori is such a good ideas guy that I'm sure that he's come up with such a really like unique design and philosophy for what he wants with this game. It's just, is it going to be exactly like how he originally wants it? Because usually it's not. Or will it be more like how a WoW wants it? Or is it going to be a more cut down version like it usually is?
Yeah, to go back to that, like Sword and Shield's genuine attempt at a tournament arc that got hugely stripped down was crazy. Scarlet and Violet effectively being like, you do 3 kind of boss battles and then you go into the sky with Clavel and your rival, and then it's like a complete second half of the game where like every different sky island is like a different aesthetic. A lot of that DNA for the final game like did make it in, but so much is stripped down, and it's
a shame.
It's just astounding. Like this is his like swan song almost, and I just really hope that the 5 years they have, because like holy fuck, if this game like somehow has some issue, like some very very big pervasive issue through 5 years of development, like I got no excuses. Okay, like I got nothing else to say to that. That's boring.
But yeah, Bessie, do we want to talk about the biggest thing in the room being that 2027 release?
Oh yeah, we haven't even mentioned that.
Possibly the best
I think
news
it might
of the
come out
entire
in the summer.
Yeah, I've been saying summer as well.
Yeah. Well, no, I initially said, wait, no, hold on. You haven't been saying summer. I said summer first, and you're like, are you sure it's not going to be holiday? No, it's probably going to be.
Honestly, I thought that like, because when I saw the ZA had a fucking holiday release date, because they said 2025, I was like, oh shit, that's great, amazing. And then I thought it was going to be like Legends Arceus, where it was like an early January kind of thing. And then it wasn't. That January came and went. I was like, oh shit, they're doing it. I don't know if they're going to do that again, because you have to factor in like DLC. So like if this game comes out summer, DLC.
I mean, we know they're like scaling the DLC back in scope, so.
Yeah, well, budget-wise, we know that. But also Mega Dimension makes that kind of clear. But Mega Dimension was also made in like, because obviously they delayed the game.
It was made in a little bit longer than that, because we know that they basically got a lot of ZA finished by, or at least before like debugging, in like September or August to September of 24. So if I had to guess, through like debugging, they probably started DLC sometime. I want to say December, possibly like January.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Of 25.
Like, well, yeah, but that would give it like 6 months roughly, because then it would have to go gold. It would have to go through like debugging and testing. Like actual genuine development of that was probably about 6 months. And as well, it wasn't in the Terra League at all. The only thing that was there was Mega Zorora, which was an anime thing for the most part, until it got retrofit into DLC, and you can literally see that because it's like some bullshit like quest that they just made up.
The loop has that guy actually debuted in the anime, or is it just like mistimed as hell?
No, I don't think he's in the anime. Like, well, my theory with that is because he's like got the same shiny colors as the shiny Zygarde that's there.
My idea is that this game, of course, will come out probably sometime early next year. Hey, bank shotting it now. If this shit is, let's see.
I've been saying old style, like old US style, like March, April, May, like springtime release.
That would be awesome. Game aesthetically as well.
Yeah, I'm calling it right here, like live on record. April 15th or 22nd. If it drops one of those 2 days, y'all owe me $1 million. I think this game will release start of the fiscal year for them, early April, possibly May. We're gonna get that the holiday DLC probably to have like because honestly, if they do it like that, they could probably start selling the game like physically with like the DLC during like Christmas time, which would
I didn't even think about that.
yeah. So that would definitely be like a huge thing to help them, and then it would make things go in line for the next game to be holiday of 28, which again gives them more time, and it kind of puts them a little bit back on track to their typical like Q4 release timings.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. This is again where we get into leak discussion. Let's be vague about what's coming after, but we know posters. We know that something is coming in 2020. We know the next game after this. We know that they have working builds of that game. This is something I wish I didn't know. I wish I didn't get spoiled on by like a million fucking people.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I unfortunately, through many means, because I was looking through a lot of this, just saw this blankly. I also saw a lot of other things, but yes.
The stuff that's after the game in question, not happening. Absolutely not. I think that is like either wholly reworked or just fucking gone.
I can probably, we can talk about code names. If we
I think even that is like kind of crazy.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it anyway, so like I wouldn't even be able to talk about it.
It's kind of a thing that I don't think would ever happen anyway. If it does, it will be in a very different form to what was in that leak at the very least, which is good because I don't like being spoiled on things. I like to get the thing when it comes out and experience it.
Let it be known that the theyre link is already fucking wrong because this game was not supposed to come out in 27. Like everything got pushed back because originally this game was set for 2026. Everyone thought 2026. It's the 30th year, but it's actually going to be in that 27 release date, and I don't know. I think it's gonna be perfect. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Double wrong because that stupid fucking Pikachu is not here.
That and also that and like a couple other things, but I won't get into those in particular here.
But one thing before we talk about the starters, I think, is the mangrove kind of area. Pokemon has also, like 3D Pokemon has done so many of those like swampy, like jungly areas, and the scaling is bigger here, right? Like, but you go from like, what's that one route in XY that has all like the shit puddles everywhere that you have to like surf over?
You got the haunted house on it. I don't remember the number.
The one beneath theyre, that is an example of it's like, okay, we can scale upwards from this. But then like Gen 7's jungle is really, really like flat and bland. And then like the one that's in the Isle of Armor is literally that fucking picture that I posted earlier. And
BDSP's revision of Route 215 that we described.
Yeah, like it looks like muddy in a way that it shouldn't. Like color palettes are a huge, huge problem with SV. I remember I was making edits of that game a few years ago to bring it closer to like the lighter color contrast of Dragon Quest 11, and I don't know like how they did it, but that's like this is so much closer. Like
it's like the third time we brought up Dragon Quest in this.
Yeah,
this is what happens when you talk about Colosseum.
Because SV, like you look at it and it's like the grass is like fucking luminous blue. Like, it's blue tinted for the first time since God knows how long. And I just don't understand that decision when all of, like, the rocks are, like, deeper brown. Whereas with this, you have, like, the lighter brown rocks. You have the very, very light blue sky as opposed to SV's very, like, neon blue. Really, really nice to see. And I think the mangrove, like, scene, like, that's the first time, like, a swampy area in Pokemon does not look like shit. Like, literal shit. And I'm sure.
There's a couple small things I want to run by you guys before we go into these starters. First is in the mangrove. I think it looks really, really nice that the lily pads actually have like the full like plant like extending down beneath the murky surface of the water. Like a lot of games just treat lily pads as the flat thing on the top. I think it's really cool. This game is like going like all the way in on it.
Yeah.
It looks really nice.
I never noticed that.
And then the lava cave is after that. I forget if it was one of you that I was speaking about this with, or if it was someone else in the server, that the house on the hill with the dust skull is like, the way buildings are placed in Scarlet and Violet, for example, is very odd, very strange. They're all placed in very flat places. None of them would like be set up like this, like on a hill, like on an incline.
Yeah, all the cities are
if they were, it would be like, this is just very neat architecture they wouldn't do otherwise.
Well,
I think
that's because, like, Zeph, you mentioned the cities are flat. but is there any, besides Nemona's house, are there any buildings in that game that are like not part of a city in SV?
I don't think so, other than the Pokemon League.
Yeah, and that's like right next to one. I think
Yeah.
the only exception are like the shitty little tents in the Team Star bases. They don't count. I don't think there are any like this, unless this is part of like a town or this is like the player's house, which I doubt.
Looks like some sort of like drink shop or something. I can't really tell.
I mean, we haven't talked about it very much, but the topic of discussion for this game being less, wow, this looks like shit, and more, which Southeast Asian countries this based on, has been very funny to see.
There's a lot of theories going around, but that can be for another time when we have more info, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we do fortunately know, or unfortunately know, but like but like just like other times when they've kind of like based stuff off of areas, they were kind of like, oh hey, we're gonna do specifically this, but we're gonna bring in things from here, there, and there. I mean, if we want to bring up Ori another time, that might be Arizona, but there is so much from other states around that area. That
Yeah.
They
kinda, like,
specifically
go off of.
say Phoenix, Arizona, but like they've got stuff from Baja California and like parts of Mexico. I mean, that is Mexico, but like other parts of Mexico, like
Yeah, and
that
there's-
region is very
There's
diverse.
like a city from fucking Attack of the Clones in there as well for like no reason. Like,
Yeah,
just don't
Unova,
give a fuck.
Unova is not just fucking New York City. It is all of the tri-state area, which is a massive conglomerate of land.
yeah, and they
So
like have to.
this
strip
could
that
be
down
based
with
on a
these.
lot of things.
I think
more
it's
than
just
over
gonna be,
them.
I think they're purposely very vague with Southeast Asia. I think it's
Yeah.
good for sure.
And then one more thing before the starters that I wanted to mention, and it's I talked to you guys about this the other day, the short little scene where we see the female character running. The run cycles in this game have much smaller steps and like stronger arm swings. Like it feels like you are actually like running through the world. And I mentioned this game earlier with the camera work, but the previous Pokemon games are very like Dragon Quest VIII, where you are so obviously just a player object with a
Yeah.
model with an animation assigned to it, like being dragged through the world. Like the speed of the strides you're taking do not match the speed your character is moving at. And I think this game, and Legends ZA actually did it first, but I like how it looks in this game even more. Like the
So
running is so nice.
Yeah, I have a theory as to why this is. Pokemon games are developed in 60. They are not in 60. So when you are playing SV, you have a run cycle that was designed at 60 frames and then cut down to 30 frames for the final game, but the movement is still like, the intended movement is still 60. So it looks a little better on the Switch too, but then you're like reverse engineering the process, so it also doesn't look great. The example that I would compare this to is like when you're playing Ocarina of Time, and that game has like a fucking like 20 frame run cycle, and then you play the 3D version, which uses the same animation for its run, but it's at 30 FPS.
30,
So
yeah.
you are like walking faster. Oh no, you're like walking at the same speed, but like the animation hasn't been updated. So it's like you're running
Yeah.
in slow motion.
Yeah, that's what SV and Sword and Shield, and honestly even X and Y and SM looked like to me.
SM is like that. XY has like a more bouncy one because it's grid based, I think.
Yeah.
The big
But
one.
I'm very pleased with just about everything. Even something as simple as the run cycle. I think this game gets right. It's time.
Which one? Okay. Down the list from on the rightmost side, which are we going for?
Alright.
Well, I don't know. I genuinely do not know. I maybe Gekwa.
I'm going for the grass one.
I'm a Brout guy too.
I like Gekwa.
Okay, so
All right,
No,
dude,
picking that
no
from
dog
the
enjoyers.
brain.
No Reddit dog here today.
You can't say that. You
can't
can't
call it,
say
you
that.
can't call it the Reddit dog just yet. Okay.
Oh,
It
But
is.
no,
It
no.
is the one shitposty one though. Like even the Pokemon
I know,
account is doing this shit.
no,
I mean, there's the
no, I really like-
Lysandre image.
Okay, well
No.
that's funny though. That's the difference.
Yeah, but I say, I like
you
the-
gotta put that on stream. I can send
Yeah.
it to you if you don't have it.
I like
don't
the
have
pop dog. I like the pop dog.
And I don't know if you guys agree with me, but all of these starters look good. But I've said this about literally every single starter Pokemon that is part of the base trio. One or maybe two of these will evolve into Pokemon designed by, and I will not know. I will not know until that happens.
I
Like, can't have a
not
favorite.
to be like, guys, I said this the other day, and I'm going to dominate the conversation with what I said. But I fucking said this the other day I think that Gekwa is a cool Pokemon that is going to evolve into something lame. The Fire Dog is something lame that's going to evolve into something cool. And then Brout is like a just a wild card. I have no idea what that's gonna happen to that guy.
I mean, he's a little chickpea, and then we have like the Pomeranian dog, and like I don't know what particular like gecko they're going for. I mean, unfortunately, I do think Gekwa looks like a My Little Pet Shop. That's what people are saying, and I do agree with them.
It's
But
serving. It's serving.
I feel like we've had enough water starters that turn into hate crimes that we can say they might do a bit of a flip on this one and just have it be like very monstrous looking.
Yeah, I think Gek was going to be the one that turns more monstery than human.
Yeah, because I like Primarina, but everything after that has been very deliberately like humanoid.
Are we escaping Jobmons this time?
I hope so.
no, I really don't
Dirge
think
gives
so.
me hope. Dirge gave me hope.
Well, okay.
Dirge is still a Jobmon. It's just a Jobmon, but it's less hidden.
Yeah, like Gen 9 had the parade aesthetic between all of them, and I think that really works. None of the others really did this, but like all three of them are meant to be like a trio, and that is, as much as I don't care for Meowscarada and don't like Quaquaval, that is good. I like that. I like that the concept is related to the region for like the first time ever, really. I think that's really solid.
Because the only other time that all three of them related to one another was the vague RPG classes that Kalos had.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's more of a fan interpretation. Though. Granted, I don't think that anymore after the Mega Evolutions. Like, now those guys are, like, very clearly, like, going for that. I just hope we don't get Gen 8 again. Like, I really hope we don't get guys in suits. That's my one... Like, even Rillaboom. I love that guy. He's easily the strongest one, and I'm so glad that I picked Grass. I just hope they're not, like... Because you see posts today that are like, what's the difference between Blaziken and Quaquaval? You guys are just misogynistic, and it's all like homophobic, and it's just like there's no they're just not similar besides being humanoid Pokemon.
Blaziken's very, very monstrous, very like
It doesn't have weird
it's
feet.
like the structure of its like I don't want to say too much because I literally had a discussion yesterday with somebody and like they were like very talking about it from like a biological standpoint, which like I can understand, but like from like your average Joe like looking at it, it's the only like obvious humanoid features. It's like shoulders and elbows. Like human legs don't really look like that unless you're wearing like big martial artist pants, at which point they don't look like human legs anymore because it's your pants.
I mean, also, I think it's one of those things that is deliberately designed to not exist in 3D or in a 3D space. Because you mentioned the weird Quaquaval feet, Zeph, and it's like, you look at Blaziken in 3D, that thing stands on its nails, and it looks weird. Not bad, but like, we're very clearly designing things to move in a 3D space and less for 2D sprites. And even then, Blaziken was originally L-Hawk. It literally flew everywhere, like it was not meant to stand. Now that we are like in current year, I just don't know why they need to be people.
Quaquaval also has the Donkey Kong like fur sleeves going on, but on its legs, like,
the DKC renders.
Yes, like its toes just come out of like a pant leg. It's very odd looking.
It sucks as well because I think that thing is like really well animated. I think they did a really like good job with that concept. I just don't. I mean, a lot of this comes down to gameplay as well, where something like Hoenn works because you have Blaziken, which is like the strongest fire type. But by the time you get him, you are fighting all water. Or you have Swampert, which kind of peaks in the mid game. You know, you like get HM usage off of him, and he gets really, really strong towards the end game, I would say. And then you have like Sceptile, who really accelerates towards the end game as like one of the strongest ones, even more so in Emerald. And those,
and he's really bad at the start too.
Yeah, like Trico is super weak because you are stuck with fucking like 2 base power absorb. That's what remains to be seen with these starters because Gen 9. Despite not even having like any fucking gameplay to speak of, and like 20 trainer battles across the whole game, I still need to count that. Their moves are like, I don't remember what Flower Trick does, but the moment you get Torch Song,
it always crits.
It always crits?
Yeah.
What's its base power?
I think it's just a frost.
It's pretty high. Flower Trick. It's a really good move. It's 70 and always crits, never misses.
I think that's actually Frost Breath.
Yeah, no, it's stronger than Frost Breath.
And it's perfectly accurate too instead of 90. What the hell, man?
Yeah,
Dude,
it's very good.
No, so trying to a thing that you mentioned, Lewis, and the thing that we all kind of know about is the festival theme of the previous starter trio, and I'm trying to interpret like a theme because like I mean you can try to interpret the jobs thing on them, but trying to interpret a theme on these three guys, and it's very interesting. One thing I think that Pombon is going to really blend into the bonfire aesthetic. I think that thing is going to become a giant bonfire. If one of them's a bonfire, I think they're going to go with some type of like ritual or like or not like a festival aesthetic again.
Oh
but
my
more so,
god,
like,
you just opened
culture.
my eyes.
Like
Brow could
I
turn into like a totem pole, dude.
Pombon,
I-
I was sold on it evolving into the mythical creature from Southeast Asia, the barong.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of those
that.
mythical like creature concepts as well.
I
Like
think
all three of them.
I'm pretty sold on that.
Because I genuinely think that thing's gonna probably become some sort of big giant bonfire. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Brout might go into like some form of like martial arts thing. I think that guy might become grass fighting. I don't know if it's just because like the memes that people have been having where like he's pissed off because he's not even like that fully pissed off.
Well,
Like if Pombon turned into something like this, we could finally get our fairy fire guy.
yeah.
Is this Demi Kids?
Not I think that might be the barong from Demi Kids.
Yeah. So
I hate that I just fucking know this.
yeah. I think that this is gonna be some sort of like very ritual. Either that, or I think they're gonna do something with sailing with these guys, because like the sailboats and shit that they have in Eastern Asia and like the fishing culture. It might be weapons.
I agree, but I also don't know if they're even gonna do it this time because they've only done it once. Maybe they'll keep doing it going forward. Like starter Pokemon, as somebody who plays these games very often and plays them not at like 2,000,000% speed up, and I try and make a conscious effort to use different Pokemon, even though I've used like every starter at this point. The problem with like most starters now is that is shit like Flower Trick, Torch Song, or fucking Aqua Step,
Oh my goodness.
which just break the game when you get them. I really hope these guys are balanced, and I don't mean that in a,
Remember
in a
when-
difficulty way, like just in
Yeah,
how
isn't
they're-
Torch Song? It's just fire charge beam on crack, right?
It's like fire
Yeah.
charge beam, but it's like 1,000,000 BP and it doesn't miss.
Great.
Remember when our signature moves were like garbage? Like actually like all right, Muddy Water is just like worse surf, but it can lower accuracy. Blaze Kick. This one's actually kind of good, but it doesn't play to Blaziken's strengths. Leaf Blade. This move is a lot worse than you think it is because it got buffed like twice.
No. What I think is definitely just interesting and telling is that everyone has grown up as a kid. Like if you play these games really young and only like exclusively use their starter or like a starter and like a few other Pokemon, and like they win the game and they love these games. I mean, like I did it. Lewis, I'm pretty sure you did it. Like your first playthrough of these games, you run through with your starter, and it's like, why do we need to run through with the starter now and have it be so fucking easy? Like Skeledirge solos like so fucking hard all of SV.
I want to just bring up, by the way, because I didn't mention Aqua Step. It's flame charge, but it's base 80.
Yeah, it's a really good move.
Wow.
Like, I will never understand.
Imagine if they gave that to Keldeo, dude.
Imagine, dude. Okay, like I'm just trying to imagine, like Gen 3 or 4 or 5 with these moves. Like, if those starters got moves that functioned the same, you would just rip through the game, and those games already have, I think, enough kind of friction in their battles. I don't know. That's
Even
why
the
I can't really care
Sceptile-
about starters anymore, because it's just like the evolutions will probably not be my cup of tea to be nice about it, and I won't know what those are until the game comes out, and then I also won't, when I get them, they will snap the game in two.
All right, what do we have? What do we have remaining? Post starters in this trailer.
I don't know if
We're
anyone has
talk-
anything
we're-
else to say on the starters.
Yeah, we already talked about
Oh,
release date.
Sorry,
What's up?
I just remembered. So there's a shot where they show Pombon, and I think this is a bit of a testament to how this game looks for me. It's the first shot where it's like it shows the three of them, and then it shows like 2 of Brout and then 2 of Pombon. The first of Pombon of those 2, if you were to like screenshot this, not at like fucking 720p or whatever YouTube is like putting it at now, like if you were to like grab this natively from the game in 4K, which I hope it is, by the way. This trailer was uploaded in 1080p 30, which is a little scary.
It's in 60. It's in 60.
No, the trailer's in 60, but the gameplay is in 30.
Yeah,
the
sorry.
gameplay-
I
the
did.
gameplay is in
yeah,
30.
it's a little worrying.
Well, it's
Looks like-
obviously only 30 because it's the 30th anniversary.
Oh, true. Well, you know what? That actually tracks with how often they made fucking 60 FPS games. This looks like a render, like from far away.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Like, I'm so shocked by how good the Pokemon look in particular.
Yeah, because the Pokemon usually just look like they don't belong with the background.
Balloon animal.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
balloon animal stuff, and it's why I'm so happy that they just did not listen to people complaining about SV's like mixed realism. Because we can go on about how Pokemon should be full cell shaded, but then at that point you're just kind of having to do a more dumbed down, almost like Wind Waker-y aesthetic again and again and again. And how do you iterate on that meaningfully? They had like 3 generations to try that, and it ended in fucking Sword and Shield and BDSP. With this,
I think ZA does a good job with it somehow. With not doing the full realism that SV did, it is dialed back in that game.
yeah, so it's dialed back in this as well, but like the high fidelity textures are very, very, very obvious. Like you can see every little like hair on this guy, and I think it works. I think it genuinely fucking works. And he does, like, it's such a good in-between. A lot of people are, like, complaining about the art style of this game, I have noticed, because now they can't, like, nitpick or, like, point to individual, like, broken textures or lighting. So they're talking about art style in a very vague way. And I want to know what you guys think about, like, I guess, like, the game's art style in and of itself.
I like it. I'm not sure what I can say about it that I haven't already.
Yeah, I think everyone can agree that if they were going to follow up on SV, I'm glad it looks like this. You know, it might just be like an execution thing.
This is kind of minor. I think the shadows in this game, like not just like the way we were talking about them earlier, but if you look at the shadows of like actors in previous Pokemon games, they are very blocky and smudgy. They
Very
look
blocky,
quite nice in this game.
Yeah, when you play like Let's Go and like the cutscene at the start shows like Pikachu in the grass, and he is just like several blocks. Like it genuinely looks like fucking Minecraft like fast textures enabled. It's terrible.
This is irrelevant, but I found a tweet that seems to confirm shinies in Pokopia.
Oh shit! What?
It's the only one with the sparkles.
Oh, what the fuck?
Wait, but that's not what Machop shiny is green.
No, Machop doesn't have the same sparkles as Pikachu.
Oh, it has. Oh, it's different kinds of sparkles.
Yeah, Pikachu has these like persistent ones that don't go away.
Doesn't Bulbasaur have those too, or maybe I'm just crazy?
No, that different looking. I think this is just an emote though. Pikachu does look very in Pokopia just because that's how the game is. Like you see, Vespiquen is also very, very, very like luminous, like way more yellow than it's probably ever been since like DP. But they do just have like a lot of emotes like that in this game that are like that, and it's around the Pokemon's head. So I think these are just because when the treehouse was going on, there were a lot of different emotes. I think Squirtle also has the same one, but the length of it is mapped to his animation, and since his is small in the top right, it doesn't loop as long as Pikachu's does, if that makes sense. But I don't doubt shinies will be in. Like they were very, very.
Yeah, I think shinies will be. Seems like a no-brainer. Shinies are like a core part of the series' identity now.
Yeah, for better.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I want a full video to talk about that.
And how the game is now, not to get too doomery or too tangenty, they really are just like you go into SV post game. And I hate how Pokemon players talk about post game, but the context of like every other side content just being, hey, let's shiny hunt is really fascinating. I do want to ask, like, what do we think the thing is going to be here? Not like the bracelet gimmick, because really I don't fucking care, and I kind of wish that it wouldn't exist.
There's even enough to go off of. So.
Yeah, like the Japanese logo. Are they doing raids again? Yes or no?
I hope not. I hope not.
Probably in some fashion, because it's the easiest way for them to shoehorn PvE in.
Yeah, I don't see them.
They just need to. They need to really rethink the idea, though, because like the shields shit is so bad.
There needs to be a new way to do it.
I didn't even play either game that had raids in it. Just looking at it is like, I would hate this.
Yeah, not too.
I'm a firm believer, and I always say this, that one of the worst Pokemon songs ever composed is the Max Raid theme from Sword and Shield. I think it's one of the worst Pokemon songs ever made.
I'm gonna listen to this right now. I don't think I've ever heard it.
Yeah, it's
It just sounds like someone's falling down in the kitchens, but it sounds like
Yeah, I'm like imagining the start of it right now in my head. The stupid fucking bong when like the Pokemon like they turn around and
Oh my god.
it's so stupid. Yeah, the shield idea does not work because just time gating people effectively. In SV, it could be cool if it functioned, and it doesn't.
Walking woke being essentially a mythical.
Yeah, as a result. The crazy thing, and I promise I'm not currently like paying money to the Saudi government for this, but I think Go's Dynamax raids work really, really well. How they function is you have like 4 guys usually, like 4 different people. Like sometimes with like Gigantamax raids it goes up to like 1 million, but whatever. You have like 4 people and they each pick 3 Pokemon. Then there's a phase where you like where you attack them and then you gain energy and then you can use your big Dynamax move. And then you get to use 3 of those and then it goes back to the charging phase again. There are no shields. There's none of that. There's like occasional dodging, so you just swipe left or right whenever a Pokemon is attacking, or you switch out to like one of your tankier Pokemon. And it's a really cool like single player PvE metagame where there are like tanks and there are healers and there's a bigger focus on those big like explosive Gigantamax moves or just regular like max moves compared to the regular ones. And I think they could probably take a little bit from that. The biggest problem with raids is that they don't feel engaging in a way that feels fun. And that sounds very obvious. You look at Go and it's like everybody is like on the same page. It's like, okay, I need to tank with this thing, and then you get energy, and then you can do your big thing. As opposed to like you hit them twice, and then they steal your fucking Terra Charge, which is different for every Pokemon, and it's just you feel like so cucked out of that exchange. Or like some Pokemon will put their shields up really, really quickly, and then some Pokemon will just like wait until the very end, and it's just like pointless.
And then the game bugs out and your ally like doesn't attack for the rest of the battle or some dumb shit.
Yeah, or like you do. I don't know. Everybody has seen it, but like one person does the Terra animation and it doesn't focus on them doing it. It's just like they are doing it on the left side of the screen and the whole screen goes dark and everybody is standing still for like 20 seconds. That shit is fucking awful. And the timer still goes down.
I've only ever witnessed this as a spectator and not as a player, so it's like actually like doubly worse to me.
Yeah.
It happens so many times.
It's ridiculous.
Also, I've listened to like most of this raid theme now. This sucks. I agree.
It's so bad.
yeah, it's so bad.
I can't even describe it, man.
You have to listen to it 100 times.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm so glad that I skipped Pokemon's worst era.
I think most people would agree with that. Like it's probably the weakest.
This is jump from Gen 7 to Legends to Winds and Waves. I think that's the play.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be good, and I think we covered a lot here today.
Yeah, there's only like 40 seconds of trailer left that we didn't talk about, and there's nothing really specific there other than like the logos or like the part where it goes under the water.
Yeah, but I say if we want to talk about logos. Because that's really funny. Because if we want to talk about behind the scenes information, they did change the logos. They used to look completely different. They look so much better now.
Wait, wasn't one of them red? I haven't looked at this. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, were those actually those ones? I thought those were just fan logos. Were those real?
I didn't find them myself, so I can't confirm that.
Because it would be very funny if the like primary colors of the game were fucking like blue and red, and now they're like teal
blue and green,
and yeah, like green and blue.
This is the first game that we have not. Okay, well, I know I've seen people say this on Twitter, so someone's gonna get really mad at me for saying this. But this is the first game that red hasn't been a part of the pairing. We're just blue and green now.
Yeah, because black and white even had the accented colors in the legendaries.
Yeah, and if you don't want to count the Pokemon as part of it, then the 2 in the logo for the sequels literally is red or blue.
Well, if there's one thing I don't really like, it's like theorizing on shit like that, because not that I don't ever want to be wrong, but it's like I don't really get the point. Like we don't really have much to go off of the.
We have no.
Yeah, it's more. If we're gonna theorize anything, I think the starters is more fun.
Yeah.
That and also like how wind and waves might actually affect the gameplay.
Yeah.
Like
that's like
I'm sitting here thinking like which Pokemon games other than Winds and Waves have titles that like do tie in very heavily to their gameplay, not their lore or whatever, but their gameplay.
Sun and Moon, I guess.
Very heavily. I don't know about that.
I mean, I guess the clock is offset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you could just achieve by changing your DS clock, but I mean, whatever.
One thing I was gonna say is that Dive is probably like the most underutilized thing in RS. It's like kind of a cool like memory game on the few routes that it's on, and it's cool aesthetically, and they kind of made that better in RS, but not really because they stopped making it look as deep.
The music's really nice.
Music's really nice, even though Drill Dozer's dive music is better.
But
slash
say
Pokemon
you
Clover.
will die. You will dive in this game and probably cry to the most beautiful song you've ever
Yeah,
listened to.
like it is
so.
going to. I know for a fact. I know for a fact that the sound team for this game is going to be very, very, very stacked.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna ask, who do you think is gonna be on this?
I don't think we are going to get Toby. It's not happening again. Which
Good thing? Question mark.
good thing for me because I like his music. Asterisk. I don't like that his one like they seem to unironically believe that like Undertale invented the leitmotif because his song is like the base like Academy theme that he did is fucking everywhere in SV and it's tiring. It gets very tiring after a while. But his Area Zero stuff that was arranged by Ichinose is good. So
It's
Yeah.
just because Goat Ichinose.
yeah, exactly. And his Terror Raid theme is like compare that to the Swish one. Holy fuck! It feels like something.
I've actually listened to that on my own time. That's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, no. I think we're gonna get the same heavy hitters that we always get. I really hope that Go Ichinose is doing a lot for this game, considering he did basically one song for.
Well, we got a Masada comp.
ZA.
No,
Dude, Masada, likely not.
We got
I-
the fucking haunts and rider theme, I guess. That was the last. Is that the last time he did something?
Well, he's done
a-
stuff
a-
for Go.
Well,
as for-
besides like unlistenable like music in a can.
Okay, well then he's never done
Eh.
any music.
And as for New Blood, I don't know if Carlos is gonna be in this. Carlos,
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so because I don't think that they want him to compose, but more so because like they got him in to arrange because they know that he can arrange really well. I don't know if they want him to compose new songs for the series. I'd like him to. I think his general compositions are like fantastic. I love his
ZA
debut
soundtrack
album.
is so. ZA is how you do the leitmotif right.
Yeah, dude,
I start to get tired of the night theme, but
Yeah, the night theme
That's
is too
because there's
much.
only one. The daytime theme changes based on what sector of the city you're in. Does the nighttime theme even do that?
no, it does not.
I think that's the problem with it.
But the night theme is so fucking sexy though. I love
It's
it.
still
Yeah,
good,
it
yeah.
does get old after you've put hundreds of hours in, like I
Yeah, but-
have.
Yeah, it's still amazing though.
If you're asking about who to predict, it is Hitomi Sato, it is Go Ishinose, it's Minako Adachi, it's Maeba.
Shota.
He's going to be the glue as per usual. He's probably gonna have even more of a role. Taniguchi for sure, who did all the Team Star music. We're probably gonna get.
I'm very excited to see more from Taniguchi in particular.
Yeah, I'm really upset that he wasn't on ZA musically. He only did sound production, but I really, really hope he does like a big chunk of the game again because he was easily like the standout of SV, like the Team Star like boss theme and shit.
But no, I think
Longest song in the series.
Yeah, so it's going well besides like the fucking Hotwood, I guess. But we're definitely going to get
I think all of those are like the safe ones, and then yeah, the insane wild cards will always be like if Masada comes back. If they decide to bring Carlos back, yeah, I'd be very happy, but I don't know. And
yeah, I think it's also gonna be Haruka Soeda. He did a couple of songs in SV. That's
yeah,
the best guy.
and this is the part where we all get on our hands and knees and ask for Tsukasa Tawada to please get out of Cafe Hell.
He's not gonna
Oh.
stop doing Cafe remix stuff. I'm sorry, he's not on this
Oh.
game.
Okay, well, then can we have Obata at least?
No, because Miki Obata has made like the same song for Hey You Pikachu and reused it literally in the most recent Rumble game.
Well, that game also came out. That game EOS'd like
7 years ago. Yeah.
yeah.
Music
no,
is gonna be
it's,
good. It's a guarantee. I don't think there's been a Pokemon game with bad music besides like Sword and Shield, and even then most.
All right,
of
who's got the
songs-
Dragon's Den fucking like?
Okay.
clip?
Hire
man.
this man. No,
Okay.
Pokemon. Can we get some Pokemon Pinball RS?
No, man.
Dude, stop
It's not
talking.
gonna be that fucking bad.
Oh,
One thing that I am a little not afraid of because of the type of game it is compared to ZA, I really hope that they don't reuse music. I'm very, very tired of that after ZA already. Like,
I don't mind which ones they chose. I wish they wouldn't have really done it at all, but I don't mind the ones that they chose in particular. The tracks that they chose were not offensive to me. I
mean,
wish
like,
they would have just remixed all of it.
For returning like legendaries, I'm fine with it because that has been like a bit of an established precedent. I walk into the boutique in that game and I'm like, really?
Boutique was gonna be the one that I did defend. I cannot defend like Hotel Richissime or anything like that. Boutique was already so good that like I think that one was okay.
I think it just sets a bad precedent. It's a little scary.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Whereas I want this game to kind of have its own style and aesthetic. I would not be opposed at all to specifically hearing arrangements of Generation 3 and 7 in this in some form with its environment.
Yeah, do we want to talk about, before we kind of wrap this up, just like the concept of weather and just like how that's going to play into it, because it has to.
We
right?
will get the real weather trio.
Yeah, true.
We're gonna get the real weather trio.
We're gonna get the 5th Island Guardian. We're gonna get the fucking
Tapu Fulu is gonna be in the game.
He's gonna be green.
Yeah, Cumulonimbus clouds will be in this one, guys.
The Hurricane Pokemon will be here.
Yeah, from fucking Ruby Sapphire development. I don't know. The one thing that I pitched, I think I pitched this to Onion a while ago, or when it's got announced, but like, so Gen 2 has a lot of good, I guess, like, game design based around like life sim elements, right? And we're kind of missing that now. Say we bring back the 24-hour clock. What if also, and I'm not saying 1-to-1, but we bring like, because they're already putting all of the telemetry in the fucking GBA ROMs, right? I'm sure they can figure out where you're playing the game. You could have like semi-accurate like weather patterns. That's like a very easy thing to do.
I think Animal Crossing does that.
It does?
It does not do that.
No, not Animal. No, there's a game I feel like did something similar. I don't know.
Probably like Story of Seasons or something. I have no idea.
I think there's like a GBA game. It has like a peripheral that maybe this might be some like crazy dream.
Are you thinking of Boktai with the solar sensor?
Yes.
Yeah, that game had a crossover with Battle Network like 1,000 times.
They could do that.
It's a Kojima game, by the way.
Say if it's like kind of raining outside, because like fucking Pokemon Go obviously does this, right? Like, it's not impossible for the series to do. Like, I'm not saying that if you live in New Mexico, the whole game is going to, have like fucking, yellow Breaking Bad filter. You will like have like warmer weather sometimes, or like if it rains near where you are, like it's a higher chance of rain. And without the ability to data mine or even like skip that, I think that would be a really cool like level of deliberate friction that I think these games are missing. Because then it's like,
even with the ability to data mine, the fact we didn't know about like the encounter rates in DP on specific days for like 2 decades.
Yeah, the 9/11 like fucking encounter rate shit is crazy. What do you guys want mechanically? I guess that's like new. If you had to come up with one thing, it could be like an extension of something, because that really is just like weather 2.0. But
I would like to see weather effects have things that happen outside of battle, because as it is right now, the only thing it does is like your water moves hit harder, fire moves don't hit as hard. What if it worked kind of like, I know we keep like sucking up to Go here, but like what if it increased the spawn rate of water Pokemon or something, right? Like,
yeah,
I wish it had an out of battle function other than just
so
it looks cool.
So I have a game for you. It's called Pokemon Scarlet. I think you're gonna really enjoy it.
I don't think I would, actually.
Well, listen, okay, because this is exactly that. Some Pokemon do not spawn in certain weather in that game, which is like, okay, that happens with like other Pokemon games, right? Like that happens in ZA, which is just not documented anywhere, by the way. But it's really cool. So if it starts raining when there's a Sandy Gas out, he will fade into the sand and like disappear. Or if it's windy and there's a Pokemon like Hoppip or a Jigglypuff or I think Drifloon, they will just float away. Like they will disappear. Like they literally get physically carried by the wind. That sort of stuff is very, very cool. It's only a select few Pokemon, and it's really funny because like if you go to an area with a bunch of sandy gas and it starts raining and there's a shiny one in the wild, it will just stay there. Like it won't fade into the sand. But yeah, that sort of stuff is very, very cool. And I think they could just do more of that.
Yeah, I didn't know it was already a mechanic, so I guess I cheated. But just do more of that.
Yeah,
do more of that so I would actually be aware of it. Because I had Gumi in ZA in the back of my mind. I'm like, that doesn't count. It's like one guy.
Well, also, there's it could be like a terrain thing where like a pool of water fills, or like an area fills, or an area is like drained, or it's covered in snow so it gets slippy. Like that sort of thing would be very cool. I don't know if they would ever.
This is not happening, but after it finishes raining, water dripping from the leaves of the trees.
Oh,
That'd
that's
be very
very
cool.
possible, I think.
Specifically, like, cause I mean, I think we're just talking about like the ideas that they could do with weather, just more weather effects, and also flat. Like, I have a feeling that this game is gonna like bleed into the idea of like, oh hey, there's just random immediate storms and stuff like that. We already have volumetric clouds in water. But what if we get it for like other stuff, like snow, and specifically how the wind functions with all of that? I think would be like really interesting, and just like that, and also like the way your Pokemon interact. Like I don't know. I'd want to see like the Pokemon like react and feel it. You know, like if it's like super windy outside. Like I mean, we can kind of see like the character's hair like moving around. I'd love to see for like the Pokemon to like kind of like lose its footing sometimes, or like specifically some Pokemon to like fly away. Like we've seen like in Scarlet Violet, just an extension of that, like full force. Like I don't. I want the world to
Yeah.
feel more alive with it. You know?
Yeah,
I'm
like
thinking
like a dog Pokemon like shakes off or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like a chili animation. Dude, I'm about to run out of fucking space on my hard drive. That's so
Shit.
funny. Holy shit.
Zeph, you got anything?
Hurry.
I don't know for weather. I want something like Secret Bases to come back.
Yeah, I think this is.
Do I have the game for you?
Yeah.
It comes out tomorrow.
True. I think this is like the one time where they can, because fuck man, we don't know if they're gonna do the 4-player like online again, how that's gonna impact things. They might just build the entire game around that this time. But yeah, I am getting worried that I'm about to run out of space on my PC.
Almost at the 3-hour mark.
Yeah,
so
so-
I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Is there anything that anyone else wants to say about anything that we
No.
haven't covered?
No,
Good.
no, I did not.
No.
I honestly did not expect it to go this long.
I'll put everyone's social media probably on screen and on the description if you guys want to keep up to date or do anything. Well, Pop doesn't have any social media. But thanks everyone for watching. We don't know how many times we're gonna do this. Probably bi-weekly, right? Is what we said.
I don't remember.
It's not just
we'll
gonna be
roll
about
with it.
news.
Yeah.
And we'll probably have a lot more in-depth stuff to say when it's less speculation. Anyway.
Yeah,
again,
speculation's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot
it'll
of
be
moving
fun.
parts. And
Yeah,
we're
no,
gonna wait
no
a lot
more
of weeks.
news.
Well,
no
next
more news.
we're gonna be talking about
Actually,
Pokopia. So
Yeah, next one's gonna be Pokopia.
Yeah.
Likely.
Pokopia with like Tangent City.
yeah, exactly.
Oh fuck, dude! And then like 2 weeks later, fucking Champion's gonna come out. God, we're gonna be boring for a minute, maybe.
Maybe. Well,
Yeah.
no, Champion's gonna be very fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that one.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anyway, thanks everyone, and hope you guys enjoyed.